It's the same old thing. Boogie is lying while Keem is trying to talk to wins. They be bullshitting, spitting loghouse slang. Scam Tommy and kick them out, you know Keem running this gang. We're live on YouTube, ain't no pre-recorded games. Fuck around you like it's one in your brain. Hey, low cow, Nick, but it's the loud cow. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Low cow, Nick, but it's the loud cow. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Now Boogie got his nipples tippled from a hippie Twiggy who was pretty but shitty towards little Stevie, and 50 years later we all paying the price. But Wings had things that only kings could dream of this history. He leaked to the show and we all pay for it twice. And if page 5 stays high up in Wings' mind like the bird shit in our eyes, then try as we might, we still pay a price. Low cow, Nick, but it's the loud cow. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Low cow, Nick, but it's the loud cow. You be watching it, you watching it. Low cow, Nick, but it's the loud cow. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Low cow, Nick, but it's the loud cow. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Now Keem's theme is the Scream Team, but mean stream to his team and later come clean that it was all a dream and he owns everything, and the Iron Team was him. And the stream deems Keem to be the meme king, and the meme queen is Boogie's lean tween who needs keys so she can leave, please rescue the kid. Low cow, Nick, but it's the loud cow. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Low cow, Nick, but it's the loud cow. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Low cow, Nick, but it's the loud cow. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Low cow, Nick, but it's the loud cow. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Low cow, cow. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Wings. Low cow.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the absolute worst podcast on all of YouTube. You're watching LolCal Live. Now listen, earlier today we had a stream, a scheduled stream, a planned stream, a promoted stream for days and days and days that the boys were going to go to the Trump rally dressed in t-shirts, white dudes for hair. So we're talking Wings and Boogie. And the time finally came. We were so excited. We're about to stream right from the rally. I get a call. There is no internet there. The Secret Service was scrambling all the interwebs, all the telecoms. There was just nothing getting through. Didn't even think about that. Didn't even cross our minds that that would be a possibility. We rushed, got a mic this morning, brand new mic setup. $300 mic, by the way, Boogie bought for this setup for him and Wings to get mic'd up. And then we would record some footage at the Trump rally this morning and broadcast it all to you live at 2 p.m. Eastern today, which we did. And we were swamped with all different types of technical difficulties, and Boogie didn't have internet to even send me the footage. I mean, it was a hassle. It was a disaster. We did get a 12-minute clip out of that, which was really funny. Boogie crushed it. I mean, for those of you that seen the stream, Boogie did kind of crush it. It was excellent. Wings did a horrible job, but there is a couple funny moments coming from Wings. I'm sure you all have seen the picture of him in front of the Trump monster truck. That was fucking hysterical. Main issue is one of the mics weren't working, and it was the mic that Boogie had, and Boogie was the one doing most of the talking and performing. So it was a dumpster fire. And then I got caught into being super negative because things weren't working, and I was bitching and complaining and screaming at Boogie, and I don't know, a bunch of people in chat were like, Keem, quit bitching. It's okay. It's all right. You know, like, quit being a fucking crybaby. And I'm over here thinking, this ain't my fault. This ain't my fault. These motherfuckers fucked up the mics. But at the end of the day, this is my show. You know, it is my fault. Even though it's not my fault, it is my fault. It reminds me of the time when I was on Drumler And I made the old man cry for calling him a pedophile when he wasn't. That technically wasn't my fault. A lot of people working for me messed the whole thing up. But it is my fault because it's my company. You know, it's like, it's just the way it is. So yeah, I was pretty pissed off and fucking stormed after that 3-hour stream, just mad and upset and frustrated. And I'm like, we got to make this up to the fans somehow, some way. We got to do something. And a lot of you were asking for ReviewTechUSA. And the thing is so much stuff has been going on that I actually have been trying to get a hold of ReviewTechUSA. I went and looked at my phone and I've been texting him and he's been ignoring me. I've been trying to get a hold of him for this show, but I forgot about it. So much stuff is happening, right? So I tweeted at him and I was like, yo, Tard, answer your text messages. Or why aren't you texting, answer your text messages? And dude starts talking shit back to me instantly. So he can respond to a tweet, but he can't respond to a fucking text. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? So I have not been able to keep up to date on this Rich stuff at all. I don't really know what's going on. I don't know what the new stuff is. I forget the old stuff. So much shit happens online. I don't know the Rich ReviewTechUSA lore. So I stroll on YouTube and look up ReviewTechUSA, and I come across this 2-hour documentary made from this small YouTuber. And I'm watching it, and I'm in the fucking thing. I'm skimming through it, and I'm like, I see me in there. I apparently, throughout the years, I've had so many run-ins with Rich and just completely forgot about it, all right? And I'm like, you know what? I fucking owe the fans. Maybe I should just do a bonus stream tonight and watch this documentary and react to it live and show you guys the tweet interactions between me and Rich as like a bonus stream. I put out a tweet asking you guys if you want that. Everybody says they want it. So here I am, ladies and gentlemen. This is the bonus stream. Now, Wings and Boogie, I don't think they're going to be able to make it here tonight. In fact, Boogie just texted me that he was falling asleep, and I think Wings already did go to sleep. But I'm telling you right now, this is a really small YouTuber that made this documentary. So we're going to send this guy some fucking love. He has under 1,000 subs, and this was a well put together video, like a lot of research. I was skimming through and I seen me and I clicked on it, and I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but I was like, what the fuck, why am I in this? And then he starts going and explaining how I confronted Rich back in 2007. I'm like, oh my God, I completely forgot about this. And also, we're going to call that fucking fat fuck live on stream tonight. We're going to do that too. All right, well, let me do this first. Let me pull up this tweet interactions that I just had with Rich. Because again, I'm looking at my phone. I'm looking at my fucking phone and I'm like, I've been texting this retard. Why isn't he responding to me? What the fuck is this? Let's see here. Okay. I tweet at him and I say, hey, Tard, why do you keep ignoring my text messages? You notice how he didn't respond and there's no reply? That's because the little retard decides to fucking quote retweet me. Now, I don't know about you guys. But if I'm talking to someone on Twitter and they don't reply, they quote retweet, the first thing I'm thinking is, you are a fucking attention whore piece of shit. Why is a quote retweet happening? Shouldn't there be a tweet underneath mine? This fucking tard. He quote retweets me saying, because I'm fucking doing shit, laughing out loud. What do you want? You're doing shit. He responded to me instantly on Twitter. Instantly. But I've been texting his phone, no response. The fuck? So I respond, honestly, I'd like to get you on stream and make fun of you, but why the fuck are you, quote, retweeting me for attention like a teenage girl? And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Good old Rich has to, quote, retweet me again. Invitation denied. God damn it. I'm, quote, retweeting again. Have a good night. So I said, well, I hope you have a bad night, and I hope your leg falls off, fatty. And he, quote, retweeted me and said, I'm going to fly to Buffalo and rest my hairy breast or whatever on your bald head because, you know, he's a fucking creep. You know, typical Rich stuff. The fuck is this? I don't understand. That fucking quote retweet just really fucking pissed me off. I'm sorry. Maybe you guys don't have the insight of like social media like I do, but when you're just communicating with somebody on Twitter and they're like, "Oh, KEEMSTAR's talking to me. Let me quote retweet this and let all my followers know that I'm interacting with KEEMSTAR and I'm about to be rude to KEEMSTAR." When people do that, you just lose all respect for them. Like, you're a fucking loser. You're an actual fucking loser. You want attention? Go make some fucking content. You know what I mean? Like, I know everyone won't understand because, you know, you don't get the influencer thing, but hot $20 coming in from House World. Hey, I'm one of Rich's friends. I don't think he'll be communicating with you. Rich ended up really upset with one of the prior streams, and he doesn't want to give this show any of his attention. That's what he told me. Well, maybe this show should tweet at him so he then can quote retweet it and give it some attention. Like we fucking need it, by the way. Rich with his 31 likes per tweet. Let's be real. So anyhow, before I even get into this documentary that we're about to watch, let me preface this by saying I don't think I've ever had a good interaction with Rich my entire career. The first time I met Rich, he was involved in some type of drama, and I brought him on Drama Alert to interview him. Okay? And so I interview him, and I forgot what the drama was about or who he was fighting with. I forgot all of it, right? But I interview him. I upload it to Drama Alert, and I'm reading the comments of the Drama Alert. And this is when Drama Alert's pulling like 1 million, 2 million views a video, right? I'm reading the comments, and someone says, "Oh, I've already seen this." And I'm like, how could they have already seen it? That doesn't make any sense. Bro, I swear to God, Rich recorded me interviewing him and put it up on his own fucking channel before I could upload it. Who the fuck does that? Who does that? You have to be the biggest peasants of peasants. All right? You have to be the biggest fucking loser. You have to be so fucking thirsty for the almighty dollar to do something like that. You're about to go get platformed on a channel that is 100 times bigger than you. You're going to have the biggest fucking attention you've ever gotten in your fucking life. And you think to yourself, oh, but I'm missing out on the $7.50 of ad revenue if I don't record this myself and upload it to my channel. You are a fucking loser. You are a fucking loser. That was my first interaction with him. That was my very first interaction with him. So I've never liked the guy, respected the guy, right? Now, with the editor thing, based on the knowledge that I know about it, right, which I don't know a lot. I'm not an expert by any means, so I could be completely wrong here. I think Rich mostly is in the right with the Jay the editor thing, based on what I know, all right? And again, I didn't research this. I talked to Rich. I never got a chance to talk to Jay, but I did talk to other people that were criticizing Rich. $20 from Chili Dog. As someone that likes edibles, ReviewTechUSA gives stoners a bad name. This guy is so thirsty. I have never met someone so thirsty in my fucking life. He can't even have a Twitter conversation with me without being like, hey, you guys, quote retweet all my followers. Like, maybe this is why some of the people in the audience don't understand what the quote retweet is, right? When I'm tweeting at Rich back and forth, the only people that can see that conversation are people that follow me and Rich. That's it, right? Random people can't see that, right? It's not, I mean, if you search for it, you could find it, but it's not going to come up in your feed that me and Rich are talking back and forth, right? When he goes and quote retweets it, now it's like anybody that's following Rich sees the tweet. They don't even have to be following me, right? So that's why I keep bringing this up, is like, this is such an attention-seeking move by this weirdo. It's so strange. But yeah. All right. So let me bring up this guy's channel. All right. I'm telling you, this is a fucking good video. It's a good video. This is the guy's channel right here. His name is Mikey Normore. All right. And let me just copy this and I'll put it in the chat. And we'll put it in the chat later too. I would tell you guys to go sub to him now, but like, I don't even think that's fair to anyone to sub to him before we even watch this, right? But I'm telling you, you're probably going to want to sub to the guy. You're probably going to want to sub to the guy. The guy should have at least 20K subs. At least 20K subs. I truly believe that. This is good. This was very good, what I've seen. It's a 2-hour documentary. It's going to give us the whole background on Rich. And I think it'll prep you guys, the fans, and myself for when we do have that interaction with Rich. Because Rich, I will be talking to you, whether you like it or not, buddy. We'll be prepared for it. Hollow's World with the $20. Rich probably will talk to you, but he will only talk to you if you go on his show. Maybe you could do a duo stream. Like, what is that? He will only talk to you if you go on his show. Bro, the last thing Rich wants to do is fucking piss me off, all right? When I get on a fucking story and like actually have time to focus on that fucking thing, I'm going to focus on that thing. So we'll see where Rich ends up. We'll see if he'll come on this show or not. All right.
Have you ever thought about how insane it is to actually get a YouTube?
Oh, did I just mute it?
That's a milestone the vast majority of content creators on YouTube will never come within.
Oh, shit. Okay. Bear with me. I got it on the wrong screen. There we go.
Have you ever thought about how insane it is to actually get a YouTube channel with 1 million subscribers? That's a milestone the vast majority of content creators on YouTube will never come within arm's reach of. And people don't really put respect on it like they used to. The average person has at least a dozen million-plus channels in their subscription feed by now. It's not like back in the OG days when only guys like Fred were the big boys on the block. Now you got Titan-sized mega channels like Mr. Beast walking around. But let's keep things in perspective here. Only 2% of authors who submit their manuscripts will get published. Only 1% of people.
What? The audio? What's happening? Oh, fuck. Oh, good lord. My bad.
Who can...
Okay. Fuck! Okay. Video... Here, just mute. Okay, that... I think that'll fix it. Hide. I'm so sorry, guys. Fuck me. Here we go.
Have you ever thought about how insane it is to actually get a YouTube channel with 1 million subscribers? That's a milestone the vast majority of content creators on YouTube will never come within arm's reach of. And people don't really put respect on it like they used to. The average person has at least a dozen million-plus channels in their subscription feed by now. It's not like back in the OG days when only guys like Fred were the big boys on the block. Now you got Titan-sized mega channels like Mr. Beast walking around. But let's keep things in perspective here. Only 2% of authors who submit their manuscripts will get published. Only 1% of people who contract pancreatic cancer will survive a decade. Only 0.03% of content creators on YouTube will ever make 1 million or more subscribers. You literally have a better chance of surviving the deadliest version of cancer than you do of getting a sub count with at least 7 digits.
Oh my God, that was such a brilliant, brilliant way to open this up, right? Like, he explains how hard it is to get 1 million subs, how rare it is, how you have a better chance of getting cancer. Like, I fuck with this guy. Like, that's like, I mean, I don't think the editing and quality, the editing and stuff is like amazing or anything like that. Let me bump this up to 1080p though, just for better quality. I don't think the editing's amazing, but this guy and how he organizes this video is so good, and he deserves all the praise in the world. Bro should have at least 20K subs. Okay, I'm sorry for interrupting. Let's go back.
Even with modern sub inflation factored, getting 1 million plus subs is still a very big dick behemoth worthy accomplishment. You are
Guys, what do you mean the mic is off? What are you talking about?
officially in the I won the game of YouTube club if you manage to pull that off, which makes it all the more fascinating when you find one of these 7-digit bit dick behemoths like ReviewTechUSA's and watch them die in real time. Oh sure, an ancient YouTube channel like Fred's, there's nothing surprising about that channel being dead. Niggas were signing the Constitution when Fred was still relevant. But somebody who was relevant recently, who's been uploading recently, who's had videos that have broken 500,000 views recently, and whose channel still continues to die an agonizing death. That's something else entirely. Some people who've been paying attention to RTU and his recent shenanigans might conclude this death is just the result of a self-inflicted wound by Rich. A YouTube kamikaze, if you will. And yeah, that definitely plays a part, but after autistic amounts of research, I've come up with a new hypothesis. That ReviewTechUSA's channel has been dying for years, and what we're witnessing now is just the equivalent of a man entering the last stages of a turn.
Hey guys, we're gonna have to go to members only because there's like constant trolling with audio issues, and yeah, you guys misbehaved. It's your fault. It's your fault. Sorry. Maybe next time don't spam there's audio issues when there's not.
Terminal illness that he's failed to properly treat. It is now getting his
big ass
eaten from the inside out. Don't believe me? Well, if you've got the time, I've got the receipts. As time moves forward, we get so far removed from certain events, we forget that certain things that are taboo now used to be pretty common back in the day. Like monarchy, slavery, child labor, and most of ReviewTechUSA's content actually involving him reviewing tech.
Okay, here's what comes in the packaging. You get the game console itself, 2 infrared wireless controllers.
Now even back then, when Rich's internet alias wasn't a suggestion at best, his first video on YouTube had nothing to do with reviewing any tech at all.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Rich.
His first video on all of YouTube had nothing to do with reviewing tech. That is fucking funny. I'm sorry.
ReviewTechUSA, and this is in response to Deadman7257 on what makes gamers different.
Still, this was a very straightforward YouTube channel. Console reviews, reviews of computer parts, going over specs for new consoles, and some miscellaneous gaming news spliced in between. You know, just a basic tech channel. And his initial slow growth reflected that too. Just breaking 300 subscribers was worth celebrating.
Special day. Why is it special? Well, it's special because I gotta bring these games back for the Atari 2600 because that guy on Craigslist was a jackass. And it's also special because I've hit 300 subscribers. Oh.
But it was during this time that a few of Rich's bad habits started to crop up. Just taking a peek at the most popular vids of Rich's channel in 2012, what do you see? Clickbait, politics, videos that aren't related to tech or gaming news at all, and oh, this little masterpiece right here. Xbox 720 will be smaller, more affordable than Xbox 360. This used to be the most popular video on Rich's channel by far. And it's the trash! Hot left out in the Mississippi sun trash. And it
You know what? I gotta defend Rich here. You cannot criticize anyone for calling the Xbox One the Xbox 720. Because after the Xbox 360, the next console was supposed to be the Xbox 720. It literally was. That was in Microsoft's plans. But Nerds Online bought all the domains, bought all the fucking trademarks and shit like that, and they ruined it, so they had to call it Xbox One.
Rich repeats a bunch of news about the then in development Xbox 720. Now all the Zoomers in the audience are probably looking confused because you don't remember crying to your mom that your big bro wouldn't let you play on his Xbox 720. Well, that's because it didn't exist. It was one of those mythical speculation consoles that people like to spread rumors about back in the day. Rich's gullible ass actually believed these types of rumors about Microsoft putting out a console that would somehow be superior in every way to the 360 while still being both smaller and cheaper. In the video's just him regurgitating a short 4-paragraph long IGN article, which itself is regurgitating the final paragraph of a Tumblr post, which itself admits in the first sentence that everything he's saying about the new Xbox is just literally rumors and speculation. So the source for Rich's video is just
pure fiction. It's fiction. It's fiction. We made it up.
That's quality journalism right there. How did Rich's audience respond to this? After all, Rich said at the end of the video.
So what's your take on this? Do you think Microsoft can make a next generation console that's actually cheaper than the Xbox 360?
It must have been a tough crowd because the comments have been shut down for almost as long as the video's been up. Obviously the video.
Let's see if the mic issues are fixed. Okay.
Video itself's never been taken down, because that would have fucked up with the ad revenue and algorithm. And if there's one thing you're going to learn going forward, is that Rich hates leaving any money on the table. Now you might say, Mikey, you're making a really big deal about one poorly researched video from over a dozen years ago. But look, it's not about the video itself, it's about what it represents.
Thank you.
This wasn't just the first video of Rich's to break 100K, it was the first to crack over 500,000. His first real viral video. And it didn't come from him reviewing tech or giving carefully vetted info about some topic he was really informed about. It came from him shitting out.
Damn, we're having mic issues again. I think every time we take it off of members only, we have mic issues. I might have to switch it back.
A half-assed video on a subject he did less than zero research on with a clickbait title slapped on it. And when people started calling out how goofy he looked, rather than own up to it, he fought niggas in the comments for a while before shutting them down entirely. Because he didn't want his lazy, viral, clickbait-ass slop of a video to be besmirched by valid critique. The clickbaitiness, the reliance on rumors and speculation, the lashing out at valid criticism. These are the bad habits that Rich would ruin himself with in the future.
I mean, he lays it out pretty good.
In summer of 2012, Rich had a problem. He was unemployed.
As many of you know, I just started a new job, and not even a month into it, I was laid off.
Well, technically, he wasn't unemployed because he still had YouTube, which according to Rich, was the most reliable job and paycheck he had had since he first started his channel in 2009.
I haven't had a job that was a good job since 2009. I've had a steadier quote-unquote career on YouTube. YouTube has been my safeguard. YouTube has been my safety net. But I'm going 110% with this, with YouTube. It's when I put more work in, I get more out of it.
So Rich was like, fuck it, no more YouTube is just a hobby shit. Our guy locked in and amassed over 10K subs in the half a year between him getting laid off from IBM alone. He even finally did a face reveal as he was approaching 16K subs.
Hot anal horse porn. Dot. Oh, hi there.
His comedy is just not funny.
Credit where
But it's so bad it's funny.
credit is due, Rich was getting it in. And then, in February, Rich put out a now removed video on his channel just called I Need Your Help. I couldn't find the original thumbnail for this video, but allegedly, it was literally just the PayPal logo with the description having a link to Rich's PayPal.
Since Kickstarter thinks that a $600,000 My Little Pony Island is a brilliant idea, and me simply looking to raise a small amount of cash for a camcorder so I could actually do more things with my show isn't a good idea and didn't improve my Kickstarter project, I'm going to go about this the old-fashioned way. What do I need? I need a camcorder for the show, straight up. So what I'm asking for is donations. If you could give 5 cents, if you could give $2. I want to try to raise $500 to get a camcorder. I'm not looking for a red $20,000 camcorder.
Yo, this YouTuber did him so dirty. He's got a homeless bum begging for money in replace of Wings, or excuse me, of ReviewTechUSA's PayPal screen video begging for money. He did him so dirty.
Looking for something basic, clean, 1080p, so I can improve my channel.
He wanted his fans to buy him a camera. Not for him to buy himself a camera with the money he obtained from working and putting out videos. Nah, this nigga wanted to crowdsource some new equipment for nothing extra in return for the audience.
God, I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. First, we got a $20 donation. Who's that guy in the corner? The fat man always had the guy there. Also, can you get Patrick Thompson interview? I don't know who that is. I will say this. When you do YouTube and you make money, you don't go out and buy yourself some $300 shoes. No, you take that $300 and you put it towards better equipment. And you invest into your show over and over again. All right? Like when I tried to explain to Boogie and Wings that right out the gate, before Locale Live even goes live, before we do our first show, we're going to spend $5,000 on a bunch of stuff. They were losing their mind. They were like, what? No, we don't need to. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. If you don't have the money to invest right away, any money you make, you invest it back in. That's why Mr. Beast is literally the biggest YouTuber on the platform, is because he literally invested all of his money that he made on YouTube back into his YouTube channel and just kept doing it over and over and over and over and over again. But at the very least, you have to like buy your equipment. You have to buy your equipment. You can't be begging your fans for donos for a camera when you've already made enough money on YouTube to buy your own camera. Like, that's fucking pathetic.
Wait, no. Rich said he was going to donate some of it to charity.
Now, how is this not e-begging? You're like, Rich, you're doing the same thing everyone else is doing. A year from that day that I hit the 500, I will donate $500 out of my own money to a charity of your choosing. Period.
Rich, why didn't you just give your audience a link and encourage them to donate to the charity directly?
Whoa, bro, this is a straight up scam. What the fuck? Wait, what?
Yeah, Rich didn't think this one through, either out of ignorance or because he was so greedy in the moment that he just didn't care. Like, a fan donating a camera to him would have been less sus than him just e-panhandling like a hobo shaking a cup with a PayPal logo on it. And this blatant e-panhandling didn't go unnoticed either, because Rich threw the critique of an old associate of his, the Blackbuster Critic. Blackbuster Critic and Rich.
Before we get to Blackbuster Critic, we got a $20 donation from Amber Heard's Turd. What a great name. Rich unmodded me and blocked me. Fuck Rich. Rich, you're a pussy. Get your ass in here. Get your fucking ass in here. I'm calling that fucker on stream right now. Pussy.
Hello, you've reached 845.
Oh my God. It goes, he's got his phone off. He's literally got his phone off. What is this shit? Okay. OG to the kid, donated 20. He said, sorry, had to stay, but the show is better with you, Keem. Sorry you had to stay, but the show is better with you, Keem. Thank you for sticking out with us. P.S. I know you got scammed, but I care. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. It sucks I can't read. Otherwise, I would have got that right the first time. All right, let's continue.
Rich had bumped heads a few times before. One time being when they debated the merits of PC gaming compared to console gaming. This new encounter of theirs during the eBeggar saga began with the Blackbuster critic making a video about how he bought a new camera.
What's going on, guys? This is your Blackbuster critic, and I'm here to do a product review of a camcorder that I have recently bought. A Sony HDR 260V. And let me tell you right now, it is a phenomenal camera. And I bought this with my own money.
Damn! Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go.
How about that? I'd have to come onto YouTube and make a video begging my subscribers for a camera that I not necessarily needed but wanted. It does serve a purpose, but it is in fact my responsibility for my own equipment. So if there's something I need, I have the pride, the self-respect, and the work ethic to go out, work the extra hours, and make the money to buy the product that I feel that I need. I am not gonna beg my subscribers for money for something that I'm going to own.
Legend.
That's no shot at anyone in particular.
Now, Blackbuster Critic didn't bring up Rich's name once in his video. He wouldn't even mention him in the description or in any of the tags. But Rich, unable to resist some fresh BBC, still responded, because of course he did.
Rich, unable to resist some fresh BBC.
Hello, Blackbuster Critic. It's your old buddy Rich from ReviewTechUSA, or ReviewBegUSA. You've had some colorful things to say about me, but unlike many other people, I'm not afraid to actually talk to you on Skype. So, since you have a lot of things on your mind about me...
Why does he do this? Every time Rich tries to sound like a hard ass, it's always like... Imagine like Humpty Dumpty was like threatening to fight you. Like it would be hard to even respond. You'd be like, shut up. And like it's so fucking insane. Like he always does this. Like if I tune into his fucking stream, he'll be like all serious and trying to get huffy puffy and taking these big long breaths, right? So J729445 thinks he's a tough guy. Like, it was, shut up! Shut the fuck up!
Let's just do it the good old-fashioned way and debate it live on Skype.
Again, the Blackbuster Critic never said ReviewTech's name. So why did ReviewTech automatically assume that he was talking about him?
Unexpected development here. But already this particular person has admitted defeat. He fell into a very classic trap. There's a reason why I mentioned no names in my previous video. You know why? Because the guilty party will always point themselves out.
Oh my God, I wish I was like around when this drama was going down. This guy on screen right here is a fucking legend.
I say it could be applied to a lot of people. But this one particular person personally came to my video. He was talking trash. I didn't mention his name, and nowhere in my tags was his username either. In the suggested videos, he's not there.
During this drama is where another notorious trait of ReviewTechUSA popped up. the mysterious flagging of YouTubers who harshly critiqued him.
For some reason, my account's getting flagged down by flaggots.
For some reason, several individuals who've been super critical of Rich have ended up with their channels struck over the years. Now, is it just a weird coincidence? Let's put it aside for right now. We'll be getting back to it later. Rich swore up.
I will say this. You're not going to flag down any of my stuff, Rich, at all. I got YouTube right here. I talk to him like that. We good. That ain't happening over here.
And down that he didn't scam anyone. It wasn't a grift because he was donating part of the money he was getting to charity. I want to ask the audience that's familiar with ReviewTechUSA's content real quick. Can any of you recall any other occasion where ReviewTechUSA did anything for charity? Like anything at all?
No, I can't. I cannot at all. Zach with the $20. Why the hell does he look like an Al McWiggin? Look him up, Keem. What the fuck is Al McWiggin? Oh my God. Oh my God, it's that guy. Shut up. What do you guys think? Does he look like an Al McWiggin?
I can only think of one other time, like a decade after this, where Rich said he would donate to charity if he failed to meet his obligations to his audience.
If I don't get this done by August 1st, I will on stream donate to a charity of your choosing.
Yeah, he really used donating to charity as a punishment to himself. And it actually turned out to be a punishment, because when some of his fans later brought this promise back up to him after he failed to do what he said he would do, our mans got heated.
Lost in Gaming donated $5. If the guys that donated are cool with it, then whatever. Just don't make promises that you will donate to charity and not follow through with it. That's my only criticism.
You know, there's people out there fucking kids and doing everything else, but here you go. Here is $15.30 that I donated. So suck my fucking dick. So there it is. You see it? Here, I'll zoom in real fucking close. Here.
He's so mad that he donated to charity? What? Wouldn't the response just be like, hey guys, just so you know, I did donate to the charity. I said I was going to do it. It's right here. I donated $1,500 and move on. Why is he getting this fucking angry? This is wild.
Just so you can see it. Just so you could fucking see it. You fucking brain dead loser virgin.
Oh my God. Oh my God. He's fucking, oh shit.
Fucking retards who have nothing else better to do.
Rich doesn't care about charity. He only brought up the charity so he could get some good boy points to leverage against the fact that he was e-begging for a $500 camera that he was going to get a tax write-off for anyway, along with a tax write-off for the charity donation.
He got a camera, he got a tax write-off for the camera, and then you guys gave him a tax write-off for the charity.
So in the end, there will be no hole left in his pockets from any of this. All the actual investments came from his fans.
There's a reason why he didn't debate me. A very good reason.
Oh, and let's not forget how, during this whole saga, Rich made a video about buying some shit from Newegg.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got to go back to this picture real quick.
Hole left in his pockets from any of this. All the actual investments came from his fans.
There's a reason why he didn't debate me. A very good reason.
Oh, and let's not forget.
That's why Scott Mansfield with the $20. Holy shit, ReviewTechUSA's Boogie 2.0. That's why I felt like it was good for us to like watch a video like this so we can have the backstory. So we can all have the backstory. Because we are going to be speaking to Rich. Rich is going to be on this show. Somehow, some way, it's happening. All right? As much as he wants to fucking refuse, that's fine. You're going to be on here whether you like it or not. I promise you that. Especially with your little antics tonight of fucking acting like a fucking teenage girl and quote retweeting every tweet at me. Like, that was it. that set me over the edge. Go fuck yourself, buddy. Game News USA said, Keem, please make Rich show his flagging history. Keem, please make Rich show his flagging history and also ask him if his baby's mama's ex-husband is okay with having pics of teenage daughters in his Dropbox. Now, that I don't know a lot about, guys. I really don't. That's like new lore. And we've briefly talked about it on the channel, but I don't know enough about it. But I have heard through the grapevine that the Dropbox thing is not as innocent as Rich is making it out to be. But I haven't been able to investigate and get all the facts. There's two sides to every story. Rich is acting like it's all innocent. Other people are claiming that it was creepy that he had these pictures of girls in their bikinis in his Dropbox. I would just say this. And this is without me knowing all the facts, so I could be wrong. But I'm a content creator who uses Dropbox every single day. I know many other content creators that use Dropbox or services like Dropbox. We don't have our family photos in the Dropbox. That would be weird. Like, I would never take a photo of my daughter, my baby mama, my girlfriend, my dad. Like, I wouldn't take any photos of my family and have them in my Dropbox. That literally makes no fucking sense. Why the fuck would they be in there? It's a tool used for sending files back and forth for video creation and whatnot. I don't know anybody that uses Dropbox for personal photos and pictures. That is weird. That is fucking weird.
Forget how, during this whole saga, Rich made a video about buying some shit from Newegg.
Oh, Newegg. Now, I will say the issue I'm about to talk about was resolved, but it was after I screamed like a lunatic and was raging.
He pissed and cried at some poor customer service lady who eventually got him a refund and all of his money back. Can you guess how much it was?
Okay, this is a $450 freaking card.
$450. Damn, that's only $50 short of the camera he had to panhandle for. But look, guys.
Holy shit, somebody in chat said he had a burner phone linked to that fucking Dropbox? What the fuck? Rich had a burner phone for Second Step for the Dropbox too. Okay, this is fucking weird.
Rich was in dire straits. He was so down bad, he was able to quit his day job around the same time and become a full-time YouTuber?
So holy shit. Yeah, that's the only thing I could think to say to start this video off with. In 2 weeks, I'm going to be doing ReviewTechUSA full-time.
Huh. Maybe Rich wasn't actually doing that bad. Maybe he was greatly exaggerating the state of his finances and using charity to grift some sympathy bucks from his audience. And you know what the worst part of all this was? He ended up going back to just using gaming footage for most of his videos anyway. He didn't even use the camera. Nigga, what was even the point of you getting the camera in the first place? Now, fortunately for Rich, he got away with it. He didn't lose any subs or viewers. Even the BBC getting flagged got swept under the rug. Just like with the Xbox 720 video, all Rich learned was that he could be lazy and deceitful and still suffer zero consequences for his actions. That he could get away with straight up scamming people, even.
Guys, if you're just tuning in, because I see a lot of people are confused that I'm reacting. We had a big stream earlier today and there were audio issues. It was kind of a dud. So this is a bonus stream to pay back the fans. And we're educating ourselves on this Rich lore because Rich pissed me off and we're getting him on here.
And his own fans. And when you look at it like that, it really does explain where his mind was during the next few arcs we're about to get into. So it's 2014, the first year where Richard Masucci finally got to be ReviewTechUSA for the full 365 days of the year, with no bullshit 9 to 5 taking up his valuable time. Surely with all this extra time to dedicate to his craft, he could focus 100% on bringing us the highest quality content with some actual research behind it. Right? Put ReviewTechUSA in a Fallout intro, because just like war, he never changes. In early 2014, Rich got into some hot new drama by straight up slandering a gaming news site called PlayerEssence.com. Rich claimed that Player Essence was pro-censorship because they kept removing articles linked there that kept saying that Nintendo CEO Satoru Iwata should...
We got to ban a fake Wings of Redemption channel. Where are you? There you are, buddy. Okay, let's see. Goodbye. Nice knowing you. Hot $20 donation coming through. And we have Chill Dog. If you won't reach out to you, reach out to Quantum TV. See how the Elder Ring DLC is going for both of them. I do know that drama. I do know that tea. I do know that tea.
Should have been fired.
I haven't done a video like this in a while, calling out a website ever since DualShockers back in the day. But I love to do it though, because when these guys, I'm a professional journalist, even though I have a hardcore bias and will ban anyone from hurting my feelings by saying something about Satoru Iwata.
Now he admits he doesn't really know anything about the site.
So it's a short paragraph. This guy, Furious Francis, I just found out his name about 4 minutes ago.
He also confesses that his information on the subject came from a trustworthy source, a fellow YouTuber named Blackbond.
So this is kind of an off-the-cuff video that I wasn't even going to make tonight, but I saw a Blackbond's video. Shout out to Blackbond. I'll have a link to his channel below in the description.
Now, Player Essence gave a very calm response.
Really? Review Tech? I mean, like, honestly, you would make a video bashing the whole website because of one statement that you saw through somebody else who doesn't like me. You admit that you just found out who I am 4 minutes ago from you making that video, but you still decided to make a video without finding out more about what I have to say. So you drop a video like that and say that I have a hardcore bias. The only issue is this. As a professional journalist, okay, I have to seek the truth and report it. It seems like you're a little upset because I don't want your opinion on Iwata posted on my website, which is my deal. So before you sit down and you make a video about something based off of what somebody else says, maybe you should actually check the source material and what you're talking about. Otherwise, you look stupid.
Rich never responded or owned up to the slander he made against Player Essence. He just ignored it, including all of Player Essence's messages towards him. Compared to the e-becking arc or the shit show we're about to get into next, this drama was microscopic, a blip that was soon forgotten about. But we still need to go over it because I needed you to understand that whenever Rich tells you he's heard some hot new gaming goss from a trusted insider, he just means some dude. It could...
He just means some dude. But no, seriously, I like this guy's video because he's bringing up stuff that like no one would know about. Like, how would you ever know that about Rich? Fucking that guy over.
Be a bum playing on his Nintendo Switch in a dumpster feeding him this info. And this is what leads him to say stupid shit. Like when he said the PS4 would have worse graphics than the Xbox One because Sony had bad network infrastructure?
I got all of this information from very, very reliable sources. Yeah, I'm just
very reliable sources. Oh God.
Just gonna call them little birds. I can't even give you their gender, but I can give the information out. Some of it could be inaccurate, but from the sources that I got it from, I don't think they are, but I'm saying that more so just as a disclaimer. Now, you know about the whole debacle with Call of Duty Ghosts, how it's supposedly 1080p on the PS4 and only 720p on the Xbox One. Well, I have some bad news for all the guys who were hating on the Xbox One, but it's gonna be 720p on both the PS4 and Xbox One. And you wanna know why? Is because the online features of both the PS4 and Xbox One versions of Call of Duty Ghosts is GIMP because their network infrastructures are totally screwed up right now.
Rich from ReviewTechUSA, why in the fuck would you say something so fucking stupid? Your sources are fucking dumb as fuck. Okay, I don't know who these sources are.
Why is it always black people? I'm sorry. Why is he always getting in beefs with black people? I'm so confused. This is like the third. What's going on?
Donna, Meatloaf, fucking Beyonce. Someone's fucking giving him inaccurate information.
This was so retarded that Shuhei Yoshida, yes, the actual Shuhei Yoshida, tweeted that Rich was so stupid. Just something to keep in mind.
I'm not wrong, right? Like that is like the third or fourth black person that's called out ReviewTechUSA, right? Like, I'm not wrong, am I? Like I got that right? Like what is going on? They don't like him. They really don't like him.
I'm going forward. So we've caught Rich in one grift before. He grifted his fans into crowdsourcing a camera for him under false pretenses. Now you might say, Mikey, that was just a camera and his fans volunteered the money to him, so it wasn't really a scam. Alright, fine. But you know what ReviewTechUSA did that objectively, undeniably was a scam?
He stole $200 from Big Cheese, and I don't need to go into this story too much. I think we all know by now, but yeah, he ripped off Big Cheese $200.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you own a business or a brand, make sure that every business transaction you do is in contract. Don't mess up like I did. I had no problem with this guy at all. I supported his channel. I appreciated everything that he has done for me as far as my YouTube channel. There was no problems with...
Wait, is this Big Cheese talking right now? I mean, I can't see Big Cheese, but it sounds like Big Cheese is also another black person. What the fuck is happening? What is going on?
This guy until money was involved.
It's summer of 2014.
What is this? What? What? This is like the fifth black person that he's had beef with in this video.
And Rich has a new problem. He's in need of a laptop that he can use to work remotely from his then girlfriend's place or wherever else he's away from home. He publicizes this need on Facebook, probably hoping that some simp-ass fan of his will just give him a laptop for free. A guy called Big Cheese, who runs a small game...
Big Cheese is black! What the fuck? Bro! What? Bro! Bro! ReviewTechUSA is scamming the blacks. What the fuck? This is the fifth person. This is the first black person that he's had beef with. And he scammed this guy. What the
gaming and commentary channel sees an opportunity for some mutual back scratching.
A while ago, he was asking for a computer. I seen on July. Yeah, July, he was asking for a computer. I hit Rich up. I told him I got a laptop for you if you would like it. He was asking, well, what are the specs? Well, I sent him the specs. He liked it, so I sent it his way. And I didn't ask for no money in return. I just asked him, okay, could you put up my Destiny giveaway on your channel? He did. Okay, cool. The numbers coming in, people coming through, ReviewTech sent me, etc., etc. And after all that occurred with all the numbers and everything increasing, I hit him up. I said, thank you very much. If you need anything else, let me know. We can do some more business.
In exchange for giving Rich a nice laptop he had, Big Cheese wanted Rich to advertise a Destiny giveaway he was doing. The deal was quickly made continued, with Rich getting his new laptop and Big Cheese getting his views. Hey, everybody got what they wanted. Big Cheese even told Rich to hit him up if he wants to do business again.
So a week or so passes by, and I hit him up. I said, I got a desktop for you if you want one. He was like, send me the specs and I'll check it out. So he saw the specs. He was like, okay, cool, send me one. I said, okay, well, in order for me to send you one, okay, let's do some business.
And just a week later, Rich decided it'd be nice if he had a mini desktop for a certain room in his house. Big Cheese happened to have one with specs Rich liked, so they made a new deal. In exchange for the computer, Rich would give Big Cheese another 3 months of promotion at the end of every video.
He said, okay, I'll put you in the end of every video for 3 months straight. And this started in...
I'm sorry. This is getting fucking pathetic. This motherfucker is no longer working at a job. He's doing YouTube full time. And he's got to give promotions out to other small YouTubers in order to get equipment? This is actually pathetic. And to hear that he scammed this guy on top of it, holy fuck, this is sad. How did this guy ever get 1 million subscribers? How come no one's been covering this? I didn't know about any of this shit. Bro, I would have fucking ran a train on fucking ReviewTechUSA on Dromler if I would have known all this shit was happening. God damn. This is insane.
July 23rd to be exact.
Now here's where the bullshit starts.
Well, the videos had stopped September 24th. So on my part, he wasn't living up to his deal. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't being a man of his word then.
Rich, for some reason, stopped putting out videos in late September, so Big Cheese only got 2/3 of the promotion he was promised. Rich was also supposed to advertise Big Cheese's Halo Master Chief giveaway on September 9th, which Big Cheese sent him all the links and details for.
The link to the giveaway, I sent him the information, all that he needed on September 7th. The next day, I hit him up again, said, did you get my giveaway? He said, no, I didn't. Send it again. So I sent it again. He said, I will post the contest tomorrow. 9 days later, I hit him up asking what's the update. He was like, oh snap, I totally forgot about the giveaway. He also stated, since I wasn't able to do the giveaway for you, I'll make a dedicated video for your channel. Still waiting on that video, Rich. Where that though?
So after all this dude had the audacity to hit Big Cheese up for another desktop.
And then he hit me up. He was saying, yo, you have another one of those desktops? These things are super nice, super fast, and I like it. I want you to send me another one.
We're on computer number 3 now. Rich still...
Everybody spamming the chat right now. Justice for Big Cheese. Justice for Big Cheese. We need justice for Big Cheese.
Hasn't done all the shit he promised he would do in exchange for computer number 2.
And then he proposed to me, I guess 6 more months of advertisements in the intro, 5 advertisements per week. And I said, okay, I'll think about it. And then I hit him back. I said, you know what? How about 3 advertisements per week and $200? And he was like, he said it in fine print on Facebook. He said, all right, you will get $200 on the 10th of November and I will start advertisements Monday.
Bruh, you won't believe this, but ReviewTechUSA didn't uphold his end of the bargain. And what Rich did that would haunt him for years to come is that he didn't want to pay Big Cheese his $200.
Then the following week, which the 10th is coming up, I hit him up. I was like, yo, what's up? He was like, what's going on? I was like, you know, just making sure that everything is in the place. He was like, I put one of your advertisements up. I was like, I'm not talking about the advertisement, I'm talking about the payment. Today is the payment for $200. He was like, we'll talk about that later. So he was like, I give you a 6-month promotion, but not a payment. If that's the issue, that's no problem. I send the PC back to you. So he said, well, if it's an issue, I will pack up the PC and send you a shipping invoice. Honestly, no hard feelings. Wait, what? I'm like, I agree to your terms of 3 advertisements per week and $200. 3 ads for 6 months. So he states, I don't see how I can justify paying you $200 plus to get you months of promotion when I have other companies that will pay me thousands.
Oh my God. ReviewTechUSA is a scammer. Like a real scammer. How did I not know this? I know it's old drama, but I don't give a fuck. If you scam someone like this is straight up scamming. This is, bro, we got to put this in context, okay? We have to put this in context, all right? ReviewTechUSA, Rich, has been fucking camming up live every single fucking day, right? and being like, oh, this guy's fucking false flagging that guy, and this guy's scamming that guy, and this person got exposed. Motherfucker, you're a scammer. You're a scammer. You scammed this guy for $200 fucking dollars. Like, you got to put it in context. Like, this guy's a fucking fraud. Oh my God.
Just for this month alone.
I want you to take in this specific screenshot because it really is the embodiment of this lazy, greasy, Italian jar of greed built motherfucker. So companies are paying you thousands a month, Rich, but you can't give this nigga Big Cheese $200 motherfucking dollars you explicitly promised you would give him? Either Rich was just being a greedy bastard by reneging on this deal because he wanted literally all the money for himself, or he was capping like crazy about how much he was actually making, and $200 really was an earth-shattering amount of money for him. Now, I don't know which is which, but I do know that Rich is very sensitive whenever his financial situations get brought up.
So I told him, I said, it's messed up how you can just flip things at the last minute. Matter of fact, on the last day, on the day of the due date. I told him, I said, I apologize if you're going through a financial crisis, but when I said something about that financial crisis, when I tell you he flipped on me, first off, no financial crisis. Secondly, I don't give a shit to keep the machine and pay out money I don't need to. That's called being smart. You get back your product and there's no contract. You seem like a man who was broke and desperate since we are calling out people's financials, but sadly that's not my problem. So before I say something really nasty,
bro, I hate people like this. You're scamming him out of $200. Now you're gonna gaslight him that he's broke. Go fuck yourself, Rich. Rich, does anyone know if he ever made this right? Does anyone know if he ever made this right? God, this pisses me off. I hate people like this. Bro, I hate people like this. You don't deserve a fucking platform. You don't deserve a platform. I hate when content creators abuse their fans, abuse their viewership, and lie to them, right? They'll come under criticism and then they'll lie to them and be like, oh no, the guy criticizing me, they're actually the bad one. And they'll like make up bullshit. Like, that's happened to me so many fucking times. I can't stand people that don't even respect their audience to lie to them. But it's a whole nother thing to fucking scam your audience like this. What the fuck is this? What is this? Like, and you know, you guys criticize Boogie and shit for the crypto scam, right? He promoted a coin or whatever, right? And that thing could be go up or down or whatever. You know, it's basically gambling, right? I get it. Boogie should get criticized for that. This is way worse. This is so much worse. He's like straight up scamming someone for $200, you know? With Boogie's thing, yeah, it's a it's a gamble you're probably going to lose at, right? You're probably going broke. You're probably going bust. It's a dumb fucking gamble. All right. But at least there's a possibility that you could have made money. You know, it is fucking, and this is a fucking straight up fucking hardcore black and white fucking scam, con man job right here that we're looking at. This is different. And I know the money's different. We're only dealing with $200, but still, like, this is fucking disgusting. Super straight with the $20. This is a way better doc. This is a way better doc. I don't watch anymore with the gay chicken shit. Yeah, this doc is amazing. Yet the doc stated everything I already know about him. Oh, that's sad. Almost all of this is new to me. Oh, it is. That's good. This should have been in the documentary. Yeah, this is... I just stumbled across this and I was like, wow, this is really put together good. And this guy has 800 subs. Let me refresh. Did you guys sub to him yet? No, he still has 800. Guys, do me a favor. Let's blow this guy up. This guy did such great work on this. That's his channel right there. You can literally just click on it and hit sub. We got to blow this guy up. We got to blow this guy up. Keem got black. Shut the fuck up. Sub to that guy. That guy's like, he does really good work. I mean, obviously his mic could be better. His editing could be better, but like, it's the story he's telling is so good. I truly, truly appreciate this.
your tongue, you get your computer and take virtually no financial loss except shipping. You know, the half-working computer you sent me. Don't get smart with me, boss, because I'm not in the mood. Let me know what you want to do. Did ReviewTech just go full retard on me? Did that just happen? Oh my, wow, what's going on with Rich?
In the end, Rich ended up paying way more than he bargained for. After his scumbummery was made public to the world, he initially tried to fire back at Big Cheese, but it didn't go over well with his viewers. So Rich went with his go-to strat when the chips were down. He left it alone and waited for things to blow over.
He left it alone, and they use a picture of Shaq hiding behind. That's a good meme.
But it wasn't going to work so well this time. Nah, this time, Rich had some real shit in his hands, because this drama of his, as short as it was, gave birth to a self-righteous band of trolls who would make YouTube less of the dream job that Rich imagined it would be. Let me introduce the Big Cheese Crusaders.
The Big Cheese Crusaders. Oh God.
The Big Cheese Crusaders allegedly were founded for the sole quest of righting the wrongs of Cheddargate and making sure ReviewTechUSA would pay Big Cheese the cheddar he was owed.
I'm coming for that ass again until you pay what you owe.
Now I say allegedly because, I mean, they didn't really care about that shit. Yeah, Cheddargate was the catalyst for their campaigns against Rich, but Big Cheese is to the ReviewTechUSA detractor community what Crispus Attucks was to the American revolutionaries. Like, you really think the colonial Americans gave that much of a fuck that some nigga got blickied by the British? Furthermore, a lot of the A-logging shenanigans of the BCC really didn't jive with their just cause of helping a
the BBC.
Poor black man get his hard-earned money. Even after Rich and Big Cheese broke bread and made amends with each other, they still didn't stop.
Okay, they did make amends. Okay, so Rich at some point made this right, hopefully.
I'm here today with Big Cheese VG. This is actually a pretty serious thing what's going on. I'm gonna have Big Cheese take over from here and explain his situation. So what the hell happened?
In regards to what happened yesterday while I was streaming Retro Tuesday, I do that traditionally, and while I was streaming, you know, the BC Crusaders, that's what they call themselves. How the hell you crusading me? But they call themselves the BC Crusaders. They spammed DDoS my Twitch page, a bunch of followers with my home phone number, saying that my wife's a whore and then my mom has cancer, and then says I have your mailing address and stuff like that. So it's been pretty much the cyber harassment, cyber attacking towards me. And then when I informed the dude, okay, how do you have my address? I only posted my P.O. box. He posted my real address on Twitter.
Rich now had a bunch of extremely critical eyes on him. If he said something that was bullshit, it wouldn't just fade out into the ether like it did before. Some troll with a ReviewTechUSA parody account would pop up in his comment section and mock whatever dumb shit he had to say. If he said something dumb about tech, about gaming, about some e-celeb drama, the trolls would have that shit clipped and analyzed to death by the next morning. Tragically for the Big Cheese Crusaders, they fell victim to one of the most insidious of all troll vices: A-logging. A-logs truly are the joy killers, the well poisoners, the...
Guys, what are A-loggers? I don't know these terms. These are like hardcore, like we sit in a Discord all day terms. What the fuck's an A-logger? Because I hear people say this all the time. What is that? Do you guys... I don't know what that is.
Niggas who take this shit way too seriously.
Okay, well, I got my answer. And there's Boogie. Boogie made it into the video. Oh my god. Oh my god, that couldn't play out any better, any perfect.
And ultimately ruined the party for everyone else. Some of the guiltiest culprits of this flagrant A-loggery were two of Rich's biggest menaces: the ReviewTech Critic and Review Hell USA. Both of these fine Big Cheese enthusiasts made some of the most popular vids tearing into Rich, and they also got the most under his skin. not only because of the vids, but because their campaigns to go after his sponsors, to get him banned or kicked out of conventions, to dox him, his friends, his family.
A Twitter user by the name of ReviewTechUSA who says, "Hi Matt, you have been fully doxed. Only."
Oh my God. Fucking Monday Matt is the biggest fucking loser. Bro, do you know that after Bouldergate with this loser, like he had a redemption arc? Why? He's a piece of shit. He's a whiny fucking beta piece of shit. I hate this guy. Bro, he got swatted, and because me and him were in an argument on Twitter, he told the FBI that I swatted him. Do you know how fucking insane that is? Like, are you fucking kidding? Like, first of all, I'm a father, okay? I'm a father. I'm a family man. I'm a wildly successful person, okay? I've created multiple companies, multiple multi-million-dollar companies, okay? And then I'm going to risk all that to create or to commit, a felony that could land me in prison for 20 years because we're on Twitter fighting and I'm calling you fat. Like, really? Really? So I'm just at the fucker's here. The fat fucker's here right now. He's such a retard. God, I hate that guy. If anyone ever defends him and they're like, "Oh, Matt's good now," I'm going to remind you what a retard this guy is. Nah, we're not inviting him on. Well, maybe after I don't mind having this retard on, but not now. But yeah, fuck him. Fuck him. This guy's not cool. He's never been cool. Just today, I seen him fucking chirping up Boogie, right? Let me pull up this tweet real quick. And by the way, Boogie crushed it today. He really did. He did. I'm proud of Boogie. The mic issues suck. But in my opinion, Boogie crushed it today. Excuse me. Boogie said, "So I'm going to be honest. Lolcow Live sent me to a Trump rally to troll people. I said the meanest shit I could think of and try to get some reaction. Instead, Trump supporters said they would pray for me or said it was a free country. Do you think the same would happen at a Harris rally?" So that's what Boogie said. All right. I don't think he should get any criticism for that tweet. That's just whatever, right? Here comes fucking Matt Jarbo. Look at this guy. Look at this fucking guy. Good Lord. Good Lord. Looks like he just ate a gallon of soy. He goes, "Have you finally realized you're the new basher for Keem? I'm furious." I'm furious at you over that cancer shit, but my God, have some self-respect. Shut the fuck up, Matt Jargo. What have you done? What the fuck have you done, Matt? For online entertainment, what have you done? I want to know. Matt, you still with us? What have you done for online entertainment? You know, YouTube, all this. What have you done in this space? You had a channel that didn't do any research at all. The whole channel consisted of you going and finding a news article where someone else did the work, someone else did the journalism, and you would read the article in your fucking video. That's your value to this space. So how the fuck am I seeing this tweet from you saying, "Have you finally realized that you're the new basher? I'm furious over the cancer shit, but man, have some self-respect." What the fuck do you do for online entertainment, buddy? Laughing out loud, that's a flat out lie. What's a fucking lie? What's a lie? What do you do for online entertainment? Speak. Guys, I don't want to bring him on. I want to finish this. I want to educate myself on fucking Rich, and I want to better understand this. And I'll talk to Boulder Matt at the end. God, I fucking hate this clown. I just fucking really don't like this guy.
Two people know the details of the docs.
He's always bad faith, and he has no fucking value. What is your value? What do you do? Do you get up in the morning and you're like, oh, I'm gonna do this for content. Let me research this. Let me edit this. Do you do fucking anything at all? At all? Do you have any value whatsoever? Because I see zero. I see zero. And the only reason why you even had a little bit of a redemption arc is because like Ralph was getting canceled and you jumped on that bandwagon. And we're like, oh yeah, fuck Ralph. Da, da, da. Cope for what? Cope for what? This is how I really think about you. What's the cope for? This is my true, honest opinion of you. I don't like you. You have no value. I look at you as a fucking worthless person online. What is the cope? What cope are we talking about? What am I coping about? Are you doing the thing where you just say stuff? You know these idiots online where you call them out for something and they're like, you've taken me out of context. Oh, you're bad faith. Oh, you're coping. They just say these fucking words with nothing behind it. Are you doing that little flare up, Matt Jargo, repeating what someone else said? You sure ran to get on stream after Ralph and Jim got into... I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'll get back to you in a minute. I'd pull you up on the fucking call right now, Matt. But unfortunately, in my opinion, and this is true, you don't really have any value.
i.e. real name, addresses, family, businesses, etc. This information won't be released if you comply with our demands. You must make a dedicated video apologizing to the Big Cheese Crusaders for your involvement in this video, and they're referring to this episode of The Verdict I did with Rich from Review Tech a couple of months ago.
Blah, 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 blah. I didn't even hear what he said. Did anyone hear what he said in that clip? I couldn't even fucking pay attention. Monotone fucking Sally over here.
USA would do petty shit like find what times Rich would go to the gym so we could call the front desk and tell him some nonsense that would ruin Rich's workout day.
Well, this morning at the gym, I got a prank phone call, and one of the trainers come to me and said, oh, someone's on the phone named John, and they're saying it's an emergency.
What's that? Hi, there's someone that's currently at your gym, and I was wondering if I could speak to them, and it's an emergency. Who did you need to speak to? And his name is Richard Masucci.
This shit had Rich understandably tweaked, a little wrathful if you will. Enough so that he started calling out his detractors for boxing matches.
Hey RTU critic, let's settle our differences like men. This summer, let's have a boxing match between you and I and have it set up by KEEMSTAR. You got such an issue with me, man. You got such beef with me. Let's settle in the ring. Oh, and by the way, if you don't come through and he actually sets up the match, you're a pussy.
If the BCC had just stayed away from this type of stuff and focused on just putting up vids exposing Rich, they would have been fine. But they got lost in that Italian sauce and hurt themselves in confusion. As it turned out, Rich's two biggest ops, RTU Critic and ReviewTechUSA, were the same British nigga on some autistic Richard the Lionheart type crusade against the Italian salt.
Bro, this guy is so funny. I love this YouTuber.
And Richard Masucci. When Rich learned this, he tried to give the critic a taste of some A-log karma by counter-doxing him. After Rich came down from his vindictive high, he quickly removed the dox, not only because it wasn't a good look to his audience, but because people didn't believe he had the right guy, and Rich really...
So Rich doxed one of his haters. By the way, that Review Tech parody account or whatever, I used to have DMs with this guy. He would constantly try to, hey, Keem, DM me. And I'd DM him and be like, you got to cover this story on Rich. But Rich is just, it's not a big story for Drama Alert. So I ignored a lot of it. And plus, the guy was like clearly just trolling a lot of this stuff.
Really couldn't prove otherwise. But the RTU Critic was exposed by the RTU Critic. See, one of those prank calls of his to Rich's gym got recorded. Rich compared the voice to a British YouTuber named 18T220 and found that he sounded a whole lot like the RTU critic.
I'm gonna let you compare the voice in the prank call to 1AT220, our buddy Jason from Scotland.
Alright guys, back with another video. This time it's sort of advice on global elimination, real-time, CryEngine.
Wow! They not only sound similar, they sound exactly the same!
What's more, 18T220 and some autistic spurg out with some dude in his comment section literally doxed himself to show how much of an internet tough guy he was in confirming Rich's dox. But the final nail in the coffin, he put a direct link to his alternate channel that led directly to the RTU Critics channel. And he just forgot he put the link there.
I've got another YouTube channel, guys. If you like videos like this, I'll be uploading them on my other channel only, and then 1AT220 is mainly for CryEngines. Let's click that read more button and see what happens. There's a link. Oh, look at that. The link that 1AT220, aka...
Oh my God. So ReviewTechUSA actually destroyed the Review Tech critic. I wonder what happened to that guy. He just disappeared. That's crazy.
Hey, Jason Falconer posted leads you to the RTU critic.
Just brilliant Anglo IQ on display. Anyway, that was GG's for the RTU critic, and also Review Hell USA. Just about every lolcow on the internet goes to war with their trolls at least once, but Rich is the only one I know who came out on top of this war with his detractors. It was a decisive ReviewTechUSA victory. But man, ain't it crazy how Rich was able to dox his biggest op that easily? I mean, Rich is a tech guy, sure, but is he really that good of a detective? Well, our guy Rich might have had a little bit of help from a third party, an information technology and security services provider called Shadow's Government.
What? Rich was working with Shadow's what the fuck is Shadow's Government?
And no, I'm not bullshitting. ReviewTechUSA really teamed up with a dude called Shadow's Government. Shit, he didn't just team up with him, he promoted this guy, claimed he was his channel's most important sponsorship ever. And they didn't even pay Rich. Now what could they have offered you instead, Rich? What could a guy who called himself Shadow's Government, who specialized in cyber hacking and whose logo was somebody's stolen DeviantArt, the Shadow fan art, could have done for you that was more valuable than money? Maybe it has something to do with helping to dox your trolls? So about...
Oh my God. Fucking Rich hired someone to dox all his trolls? But it gets even better, because allegedly Rich doesn't pay anyone for anything. He gave the guy a shout out to dox his trolls. What the fuck is happening?
This Shadow's Government dude. If you managed to have gotten him to tell you his real name, he would have told you it was Michael.
Scott Mansfield with the $20. This guy is super funny at roasting ReviewTechUSA. I bet ReviewTechUSA hates his ass for the doc. If you bring him on Lolcow Live, we 100% will. I will if I can get a hold of him. I will bet you ReviewTech will want to come argue with him. Okay, maybe.
Nusatelli. That would have been a lie. That was the identity he stole from this dude who is a doctor and criminal psychologist.
What the fuck is that? Woody's gamer tag? What? Wait, is that fucking Woody's gamer tag? What the fuck? Oh God, Scott, that's a good. Yeah, I'm sick and I'm doing extra bonus streams. Like me. Okay.
Name was Todd Michael Knisley. Now, Todd had a bit of a trouble with the law.
Whoa,
28 convictions, actually. He claimed to be an elite hacker.
Now, if I were a bad...
Oh my God. So, ReviewTechUSA hired a criminal to go get his doxers and paid him by giving him a YouTube shout out. This is insane.
Hacker, which I'm not. I'm a white hat hacker if I were a bad hacker.
And anyone who's been on the internet for a while knows that usually people who call themselves elite hackers are not elite hackers. In fact, Todd, while trying to find the doc stole from this dude who is a doctor in criminal psychology.
Okay, wait 1 minute.
His
I gotta pause
actual
it.
name was Todd Michael Knisley. Now, Todd had a bit of a trouble with the law.
Stolen property, 3rd degree.
20
Suspended driver's license.
28 convictions act.
Improper traffic stop.
Actually, he claimed to be an elite hacker.
Now, if I were a bad hacker, which I'm not, I'm a white hat hacker. If I were a bad hacker.
And anyone who's been on the internet for a while knows that usually people who call themselves elite hackers are not elite.
Okay, what does this say? Here's him with a black eye. I've been getting notifications from Google Plus for the past couple weeks, and I finally just looked at them to see that the same obese retard, Todd Kingsley, is still bothering people on the internet for a living. How's your left eye, jaw, and ribs doing after that last well-deserved beating you fetched for messing with people? Oh my God. What is going on? $50 dono. Rich Poo Poo. Rich has no talent. What's your favorite snacks? Love you, Keem. Have a good night. I love you guys too. I love you guys too. This is like a pretty laid back stream. You know, like I'm not a React YouTuber. I've never done anything like this, but I felt like I owed you guys a bonus stream for the audio issues that happened earlier today. And I'm having a lot of fun. I hope you guys are too. This is a good time. Vintage with a $20. The lore is deep with this doc. If this dude makes some good money and gets some good equipment, he's going to be huge. I agree. And I think part of the reason why this guy is so good is he's not like some little kid. He's been around. Like, I feel like this dude didn't research this. I feel like this dude lived through all this shit happening, you know? But let's continue.
Elite hackers. In fact, Todd, while trying to find the docs of a guy, somehow ended up getting counter-doxed instead.
Is this Shadow? Is this Todd? Shadow. Shadow who?
Wait. Time out. ReviewTechUSA hires a doxer to dox his trolls and pays him, the doxer, with a fucking YouTube shout out. Turns out this guy's like some cringe hacker or whatever, and then gets doxed himself. That's where we're at in this story. Just a quick recap.
Shadow. What do you want? Shadow is your name? Yeah. Okay. Is your name Todd? Is your name who? Todd. Todd Knisley? No. No, my name is Tom. Tom?
Now I know what you're wondering. Mikey, why do you keep talking about this guy in past tense? Well, that's because he's fucking dead. He has been since 2017.
Oh my God. Bro, the way he delivered that. Why am I talking about him in past tense? Because he's fucking dead. God.
And ain't that just the luckiest thing that could have happened to Rich? The criminal he used essentially as a mercenary just conveniently dropped dead after helping him drive off his worst trolls from the internet.
I love how this guy tells the story. I love it.
Now, I'm not saying Rich is a Boeing executive, but he is one lucky bastard. Rich employed a shady, wannabe hacker, literal felon doxer for hire, and got away with it. There are YouTubers and streamers who've had their careers light up like the Challenger for less. Yeah, Rich would only learn bad lessons from all of this.
By the way, if the creator of this video somehow is watching, I found your Twitter and I followed you. So yeah, if you guys want to follow this guy on Twitter, here is his Twitter as well. I'm putting it in the chat right now.
Real quick, we're going to go through some things that happened throughout the Cheddargate era, because Rich was very busy. I mean, just look at those numbers. Now, a problem for Rich was that while his channel was technically always getting bigger, that YouTube paycheck wasn't showing the same trend. And with the Big Cheese Crusaders going after his sponsors and the adpocalypse hitting both during this same time frame, Rich had to keep finding new ways to bring in more viewers and better monetize his channel. One of those was by starting a podcast with the man, the myth, the nightmare of Zoe Quinn's dreams, Mundane Matt. Matt and Rich started a show together called The Verdict, where they...
Oh, God. Just look at this sack of shit. Look at this sack of shit. Oh, God. Let me go to my history real quick. Go into my history. And ladies and gentlemen, who is Mundane Matt? This fucker. Like, literally. Literally. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on. Come on. Oh, God. Fucking hate this guy.
Offered the sharpest cuts, the wittiest humor, just the hottest commentary you've ever heard.
He thought, like, he was frisking him, he was filling his pockets, and I guess this guy's dick was so big that he thought that his mushroom tip, like you saw, he was like, he was massaging the tip of his mushroom.
It didn't do the numbers Rich hoped it would, so he just dropped it in early 2016. Now, there was one problem. He'd never told Matt that he was dropping the show because of the numbers.
Matt, you got scammed by Rich. Yo, is Matt still here? Matt, Monday Matt, you here still? Did Rich scam you? Did he just stop doing the show and didn't tell you? Matt, you still here? Well, Matt, let me say this to you. All right. Even though you got scammed by ReviewTechUSA, you made history because you were the first white human to get scammed by Rich. I was going to say man, but you're not a man.
Numbers. He didn't phone this nigga, didn't text him, didn't Skype him, whatever. Bro just quiet quit the...
Oh, Matt says in chat that Rich paid him the money that was owed to him, so at least that happened. God, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Oh, I just can't stand looking at you, Matt. Oh, fucking clown.
Podcast without ever saying anything. As we can see, Rich is still handling his business partnerships like a pro. So the podcast didn't work out, but that's fine. Rich had another plan.
You know what, Matt, you should have called your podcast Double Toes. You both look like fucking big toes.
Get rid of those flaky ass third-party sponsors that kept dropping them altogether and start a Patreon. He has to run this by his audience because he's a little bit of a bitch and is deadly afraid of being perceived as greedy. This won't actually stop him from being greedy, he just doesn't like being seen as greedy. So first he's like, yeah, I'm not doing a Patreon. Something I found out left a really bad taste in my mouth, and I don't want to be associated with that. But then, not even 2 weeks later, he's like, ReviewTechUSA is now on Patreon, with a link to a now deleted video. But then he flip-flops and takes that video down the very next day because a sponsor he really wanted just happened to hit him up as soon as he launched his Patreon page. Well, that's a really weird coincidence, Rich. He leaves it alone until January 2016, where he brings it up.
By the way, ReviewTechUSA isn't the only one that was caught flagging channels. Matt Jarbo, if you don't know the lore, he literally got caught flagging people that criticized him. It wouldn't surprise me if he flagged this right now, but ain't gonna work, buddy. I'll just call YouTube. Ain't gonna work, buddy.
Again. People keep asking me about a Patreon. I don't know, maybe I'll set up a passive one and not mention it. Unlikely though. I don't know who these people are, but they definitely weren't ReviewTechUSA fans, because when Rich threw up a poll about if his fans wanted him to start a Patreon or not, the pro Patreon side got blown into the fucking shadow realm.
Okay, it didn't get blown into the shadow realm. It's pretty close. Sorry, gotta call you on that. That's basically 50-50.
Rich once again talks about how he just wants to replace his third-party sponsors with a Patreon. You know, because his fans hate him. Not because they keep dropping him because of gay ops by the Big Cheese Crusaders and because the adpocalypse of 2017 fucked AdSense up for everybody.
Matt, if you still want to call in here, you can, and I will talk to you at the end of this. but you have to be a member. And I just noticed now that you're not a member. You have to be a member to get into the members Discord. Just saying. Matt says, I haven't flagged anyone since back then. Good. You stopped being a pussy. Why do you think I give a shit about flagging this? I don't care if you make fun of me because you don't matter to me. See, that's the thing, Matt. That's the thing. I don't know, bro. Because you would say stuff like that way back then and be like, I don't care. They don't bother me. And then we saw your flag history and they did bother you. You were flagging them. And then also, if I remember correctly, Boulder Boy, people thought it was very strange that any time that they mentioned you without tagging you, you were responding instantly. And it made no sense. And we also found out that you set Google alerts for your fucking name. Now that's fucking strange. Do you know how fucking weird that is? That someone that is such a small YouTuber like Matt Jarbo set up Google alerts for his name. So anytime somebody in the YouTube comments or someone on a forum, someone on Twitter fucking was like, yeah, that Matt Jarbo sucks, he would get a little ding on his phone and be able to look at it instantly. That is fucking weird, bro. That is weird. I'm not giving you 1 red cent. Okay, well then you're not going to call in. I don't even want to talk to you anyways. You're the one that wants it, you thirsty little bitch.
But no, it's because his fans don't like him. Finally, he says, I'm probably not even going to start a Patreon, but still, this topic...
Oh my God, look at him coping. Now this is the correct term for cope, all right? I'm using cope in the right context, the right definition, which when you did it earlier, you didn't. You said, a lot of people have Google alerts for their name. Donald Glover has openly talked about that. That's coping. You are coping right now. That is what coping is. You're making some lame excuse on why you were so pathetic that you had Google alerts on for your fucking name. That would be coping. Somebody gift him a sub.
Flexes the dick out of me. Okay, so Rich's fans say they don't want him to start a Patreon, and he says he's not going to start one. But Rich really wants to start a Patreon. God damn, he wants to start a Patreon. But because he's so afraid of being called out as a grifter, he can't bring himself to do that. So what does he do? Well, one day, KEEMSTAR puts out a video talking mad shit about, guess what? YouTubers with Patreons being really greedy.
Oh, I'm in the video. I knew I was in the video, but I'm in the video. I'm excited.
Rich, who he wasn't talking about, decides to insert himself into this conversation and play victim. Keem clarifies that he wasn't talking about Rich. And this wasn't a high IQ reverse psychology play from KEEMSTAR where he was tacitly calling Rich out like the Blackbuster critic did. No, Keem wasn't thinking about ReviewTechUSA in any way, and he made that clear. Despite this, Rich persisted. Why? Because he was trying to provoke KEEMSTAR. Because he wanted some E-drama where he and Keem could get into a little spat about the whole Patreon thing. Because it was 2016 and ragging on KEEMSTAR was the wave at the moment. And Rich knew that he could rally support from his audience and build up momentum he needed to finally launch his Patreon page.
Oh my God. There's no way Matt Jarbo is in chat saying, this isn't a cope. I'm telling you a fact. A lot of people do it. I don't know, Matt. Sounds like coping to me. Sounds like cope. I'm just saying.
With little to no controversy. And this is exactly what happened.
So how could I have even conjured, even if I was the smartest fucking person in the world, which spoiler alert, I'm not, to manipulate this to work for me to get people to want to donate to my Patreon?
Because you did. Rich, okay, you have one option, you have two options, right? You can upload a video and say, hey guys, I decided to make a Patreon because people keep asking me about it. So if you want to support me, please use the Patreon. And you know what would have happened, right? It would have happened the same thing that happened on Twitter. People would call you a money whore. People would talk shit to you, tell you to get a real job. Same exact thing would have happened, right? But then you see KEEMSTAR bashing Patreon with big YouTubers that you don't make $10,000 a month. I wasn't talking about you. And you know what? You probably knew I wasn't talking about you, but
No, I
you
didn't.
saw an
No, I didn't.
opportunity for a debate. You saw an opportunity for a debate, and you pounced on it, right? You started tweeting at me. Then I respond to you, and I say, "Look, man, I'm not even talking about you." And then you have this. Then 2 hours later, you're like, "Got him! Fucking hypocrite! He's got a donate button." What, Rich? I thought we already settled this. Why are you coming back, right? And I tell you, hey, look, I know what you're doing. I tell you, Rich, I know what you're doing. You're going to try to make a video on this because I already knew what was going on. I already knew that you wanted this to be a thing. You want to talk about your Patreon without having to beg. And if you can create some controversy here and you can upload a video saying, oh, KEEMSTAR's a hypocrite, then you can promote your Patreon without begging.
Oh my God, I'm a genius. I don't even remember this, people. I don't remember this conversation with ReviewTechUSA. I didn't even know that I had a talk with him on my stream. I don't remember any of this. But I called that motherfucker. I seen it plain as day. Yo, Rich, I'm over here thinking, I'm calling out YouTubers that make like $10,000, $20,000 a month, saying that you don't need a Patreon. Why are you doing a Patreon? That's some scam tactic. Stop doing that. And you're fucking responding to me because you want to create a controversy, right, about this, and then talk shit about me on your own fucking channel, defending Patreon so you can promote your Patreon without having to beg. I called his scam out right there, right then, instantly. I'm a fucking genius, and Rich, you're an idiot. God, I'm a legend. Sorry, but I saw the scam like that. And by the way, any motherfucker that's making thousands of dollars a month but still has a Patreon is a fucking weirdo. It's so fucking weird, okay? With a membership, you get something for the membership, all right? With donating to the stream, you get something for that. You self-promotion, whatever, right? You get something for these things. Patreon, I've always seen that is you're just giving the content creator free money. And they'll offer some dumb shit like, oh, you get to watch the videos earlier, something like that. But they never follow through. How many times have you heard this YouTuber scammed a Patreon? And no one covers it. You want to know why? You know why Drama Alert doesn't cover that the Patreon fans got scammed? Is because we think you're fucking stupid for donating to a Patreon in the first place. You're signing up to a Patreon to a guy who's making $45,000 a month. You're an idiot. Anyhow, continuing. My bad.
Matter of fact, before I got into the Twitter spat with you, there was more thumbs up on me starting a Patreon than thumbs down. As soon as I started going at it with you, it went to there was more no's than yes.
And during it, Rich said in crystal clear English that he wasn't going to start a Patreon.
Rich, look, you said just a little while ago that you're not going to be making a Patreon.
Yeah.
Are you 100% you're not going to be making a Patreon?
Pretty much, yes.
I'm a legend. I just got him to admit to never, ever do a Patreon. And of course he made one, right?
Well, there it is.
And this Patreon campaign that I'm doing is something that I probably should have started and stuck to years ago. But
I called out his scam, right? He said, oh, I ain't doing that. And then I said, okay, well then say it right now that you're never going to do a Patreon. And he said it. And
was afraid to. But ever since Adpocalypse,
Rich said he was going to use this Patreon to live up to his namesake and actually review some tech again. Anyway, the Patreon was gone by November of 2018. Now, Rich swears he had actually over-delivered on his Patreon pledges.
with the stream guys, in terms of doing like an exclusive stream for patrons, I don't know if, I know I put that on there. I don't know if I want to do that because I feel like I just feel like I'm being unfair to the rest of my subscribers.
Now, rest assured that Rich is...
Oh, someone in chat saying Keem's on fire, and I've seen other people saying it. It's just because I have no one interrupting me. If I had Wings or Buggy here, this would be a disaster. They'd be interrupting me every 2 seconds. I could never get in a flow state, could never fucking get a true point across, like would not even be able to get my zingers in because someone else is mooing. You know, like that's the difference.
Arduous quest of trying to find new ways of monetizing his channel didn't stop him from putting his nose in drama he had no business in. But Mikey, that's what you do. Of course it's what I do, but unlike a true drama whore like myself, Rich doesn't do it for the love of the game. No, he does it out of pure self-interest, like during the BetterHelp scandal of 2018, where a lot of content creators were getting raked over the coals for shilling BetterHelp, a scam gig therapy app that was less about providing cheap therapy and more about gathering people's data so it could be sold. Rich brought it upon himself to fight in defense of these shills.
So this is a video that needs to be made and things need to be said that I feel that other content creators in the YouTube community are afraid to say, even though they should be said, because they are afraid of the backlash. So due to this company BetterHelp seeming sketchy below the surface, well, they are sketchy below the surface if you do some research, a lot of YouTubers who promoted them, such as Phil DeFranco, Shane Dawson, Boogie2988, are going through a world of crap right now from other YouTubers due to the fact that they promoted BetterHelp. But I think that other people are overthinking how much these content creators thought about the BetterHelp sponsorship. I really do.
That's because Rich is a shill himself. Rich loves shilling. You can call him a shill sexual. This is the guy who sponsored fucking Candid back in 2016, a social media app that claimed to support free speech through anonymous discussions, but turned out to be a Trojan app that data mined Wi-Fi information, your location, even your contact info. Damn, I wonder why Rich felt the need to defend the BetterHelp shills. Maybe it's because he knew he was guilty of the same shit and wanted to destigmatize YouTubers pushing malware and scams onto their audience for an easy lick?
Now, you want to hear something interesting? I saw that about a year ago, BetterHelp actually emailed me with a sponsorship opportunity. And on the surface, like I said, man, the service seemed awesome. The fact that someone could call and get mental health services over the phone without having to go to an office, I probably would have taken them as a sponsor, to be quite honest with you. And I would have made the same mistake that Shane Dawson made, that Boogie made, that Phil DeFranco made, and I wouldn't have checked the terms of service.
But by far the worst thing in 2018 that Rich did, or rather that he was revealed to have done, was all the false flagging. It all started when his
Two thumbs! Two thumbs! The Two Thumbs podcast. Fucking Boulder Boy on screen right now. Known for false flagging. Apparently, Rich did it too. And by the way, we got a $20 donation that I missed. Why is Rich, ReviewTechUSA, face the sun in the Okay. Why is ReviewTechUSA face in the sun in the monitors behind him? That shit is legit unhinged. I agree. Okay, and we also have gifted members. Who's doing the gifted members? Nazarim, you're a legend for that. Thank you so much, Nazarim, for the gifted members and anyone else doing gifted members. And if there's anything I missed, I'm so sorry. I'm just really into this. But that's crazy because Boulder Boy on screen caught false flagging people, all right? Horrible flag history, and apparently Rich was caught too.
Good buddy Mundane Matt got caught up in one of the most brutal exposed moments in YouTube history on the kill stream, where it was revealed that Matt was a flaming flaggot of the highest degree.
Matt was a flaming flaggot of the highest degree. We got a $20 dono. Let Monday Matt on I Want to See the Shit Show. Maybe at the end.
Thing is, there is a way you can show your reporting history on YouTube. So if you didn't do it, it should have nothing in it, correct?
Okay, let me take a look at this here. Give me a second.
No, you're taking way too long, Matt. You're guilty as fuck. Take a screenshot. Well, we want to see what you reported.
That's me.
Stop fucking around. It's been like fucking 8 minutes.
Jesus Christ,
Take a
dude.
screenshot and show him. No, I'm sick of you lying. You're such a fucking snake, and everybody can see through it.
Look at all those tabs. I have a lot of tabs open, but I have.
Is that reporting?
But nothing on.
Now wait a minute.
Nothing on that. That's just.
What the fuck?
So, I have been in a not the best place mentally. And
I have not been in the best place mentally. Oh, mundane fucking Matt. You fucking snake ass flaggot. Oh, you flagger. Oh my God. I was there. I was there when this happened. That's awesome.
No! Matt, no!
Now, when Rich got wind of this, the thing that bothered him wasn't that Matt had been flippantly abusing YouTube's copyright system to attack people whose only infractions were hurting his feelings. He wasn't even upset that Matt had embarrassed himself and destroyed his already stagnant YouTube career. No, he was pissed off that niggas now had a surefire way of checking for flagged behavior.
Will you show your YouTube history report like Monday Matt did, because there's rumors you reported Anna Doyle? I'm not showing any reports. I didn't report him, but I'm not showing any reports. So there you go. That's your answer. I'm not even... I knew that was going to happen now, because now that everyone knows that you could see YouTube reports, that's going to be the new trend on YouTube to keep the drama train flowing.
Why would this bother Richard so much that the general public now knew about a method to check someone's report history? Well, during another live stream encounter with KEEMSTAR on Andy Worski's Warpath, Keem made an offer with Rich. They could finally break bread and make peace with each other.
What? I don't remember any of this. What the fuck? I exposed Rich's flag history? I don't remember this. What the fuck?
If Rich just showed his report history, for whatever reason, Rich agreed to this.
Not available.
So yeah, some were deleted. See when they're deleted?
Some were deleted.
Right, so
those were probably from like 5 fucking years ago.
All right, so ReviewTech sexually assaulted someone, DSP Gaming.
Gee, I wonder why I flagged that down. I don't know. Look at the name.
E-begging, manipulates and damage control response video.
Really, Rich? Slander? These channels you struck were all slandering you. Okay, then let's see for ourselves how slanderous one of these videos is.
I think, yeah, DSP... I think the ship has sunk, king of hypocrisy. You know, I was like, oh, I used to get all these subs.
Rich is a flagger. Rich flags videos. Bro, what the fuck? Am I on drugs? How do I not remember anything? I don't remember any of this stuff.
And no, I don't. You guys should give me $1 to my Patreon. I can't pay my bills. My fiance had to get a job. Like, that's not your sub's problem. Why are you making your problems your subscribers'
Actually, you know what? I know why I don't remember any of this little stuff. Because I don't fucking care. I get bored. I do my work. I cover stories that actually like millions of people care about, right? I interact with really big people that millions of people care about. And all this little stuff is stuff that I do when my work's all done and for fun. That's why I don't remember it. Like, I don't remember any of these little streams with Rich. And if I think, like, when I'm done with work, I normally get bored, watch some TV. If there's a stream going on, I'll jump on, fucking troll someone, whatever. But it's not work related. It's not, it's like for fun. It's like Lolcow Live, basically. That's why I don't remember the shit.
Problem. They don't care. And I don't know if I could do this anymore. I don't know if I could play this game anymore because it's just not supporting my channel. And this kind of nonsense that I'm dealing with isn't going to pay the bills. If you want to continue to see news stories like the one I uploaded today, I have a Patreon. I ask for no more than $1 a month.
Damn, how slanderous. They took what you said verbatim, then contrasted that with another thing you said verbatim that made you look like a fucking hypocrite. Are you slandering yourself, Rich? This isn't even that hard to do. Like, watch this.
All right, either be one way or the other. It's that simple. You can't have it both ways. Rich apparently wants to have it both ways. Rich can't have it both ways.
Everyone can have it both ways, Phil. You can't have your cake and eat it too.
The gap between those two clips was 8 minutes.
Everybody can have it both ways. 8 minutes later, you can have your cake and eat it too. What the fuck? Or you can't have your cake and eat it too.
I've watched a lot of ReviewTech detractor content from this era, and this is what most of these videos are like. Just pointing out how Rich is a hypocrite who lies, manipulates, and gaslights his gullible-ass audience to get things from him or to get away with shit. It's what the Blackbuster critic, who also got flagged when he took shots at Rich, was doing. It's also what a guy called the 1316 Killer, probably Rich's biggest non-Big Cheese Crusader detractor up until recently, was doing. 1316 Killer got under Rich's skin so much, Rich made several videos on him on his own channel to debunk the killer's slander against him.
I know that if I make this video,
because I have over 500,000 subscribers. I will crush this guy who's nothing on YouTube by all of my subscribers that have a circle jerk with their head up my ass going to his channel.
Bro, I don't know this guy. Maybe I'm going to get him completely wrong, and I'm going to say some shit about him that just isn't true. But in the first 2 seconds, this guy looks like the type of fucking troll stalker dude you don't want on your ass. This guy looks like the most annoying motherfucker that will like every single day be like hitting you with some crazy false shit. Bro, this is the guy you don't want on your ass, bro. Just be nice to him. Like, this is the internet version of a school shooter. But instead of like you being in real danger, it's just his mouth. It's just his mouth. It's like you be nice to him, you know, hey, everyone else might be picking on you, but I'm your friend. This dude looks A-Log's the term, right? This dude is the A-Log superstar.
And just pour forth freaking hate in the comment section and hitting downvoting all my videos like that does something, right? And then, even though I'm telling you don't go troll the guy, I'm still gonna put a fucking link to his video down
Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this guy's innocent.
below. Because what I'm doing is reverse psychology. What I'm doing is I'm telling the kid, don't go touch the oven. Don't go put your hand in the cookie jar, knowing that the kid is going to go touch the oven or put his hand in the fucking cookie jar. That's exactly why I'm saying it.
Ah, so you can make 400 fucking videos and streams about DK Oldies, Quantum TV, The Quartering, and DSP, but somebody does that to you, then it's a problem? Well, that problem solved itself for Rich because Killer's channel mysteriously got struck down and he got doxxed.
So let me get this straight. Rich cries when he gets doxxed, but likes it when it happens to other people. What a hypocritical piece of shit. There's ReviewTechUSA himself on Twitter with 50 retweets and 136 likes. And he's given out the state that I live in. He also gives out my last...
Oh my God. Rich was just straight up doxing people in 2018. Other content creators that are being critical of him, and nobody covered this? The fuck? I feel bad. I probably should have started covering some of this stuff. What a piece of shit.
Last name right next to my first name. So he's just giving out my information.
Now Rich, in the comment section of this now deleted video from a now deleted channel, swore up and down it wasn't him, that the screenshot was faked and doctored. Maybe it was, but somebody found the 1316 Killers docs, and we know that Rich has, or at least has attempted to dox people before. And we know there's a pattern of channels that are anti-RTU mysteriously disappearing off YouTube.
Review Tech, who is Anna Doyle? I see people mentioning her in the chat. That is the dude who has put out my personal information. And honestly, I wasn't even though I did flag him once, I wasn't even the one who got his channel taken down.
But hey, who really knows? Despite doing the exact same thing his buddy Mundane Matt did.
I'm not gonna lie, chat. I kind of like doing this. Should I start a reaction channel? Like, I'm not trolling. Like, should I start a reaction channel? Like, I kind of like this. Sit back, we watch a doc, we go through it. Because every time I watch a doc, I'm in it. I swear to God. Any YouTube drum. If there's a video on YouTube about a YouTuber and it's like fucking an hour long, I'm in it at some point. I just am.
Rich didn't get the same fate as Matt, who faced the internet equivalent of an ISIS-style execution for committing YouTuber haram. Nah, this whole thing pretty much blew over for Rich. Again, imagine if just once Rich had to seriously suffer.
I do have a dead channel right now that I don't use. It's the KEEMSTAR show. Let me see. KEEMSTAR show. It's got 32 subs on it. For a while, I had a little podcast with a psychopath named Salvo, but yeah. Here it is right here. Go sub to that. If I do any React content like this, it will be on that channel. It will be on that channel. All right, let's continue.
Suffered consequences for his actions, how the future might have been different for him. He might have avoided suffering a fate worse than mundane mass. Rich started to change for the better, focusing on actually putting out the content his audience wanted to see and growing his numbers instead of drama. Rich even started losing weight. Our guy was on the righteous path. He even put a video out in late 2019 that listed what he considered his and other YouTubers' mistakes on the platform. It was literally called, "This is how you ruin your YouTube career."
With all of the drama going on YouTube and with an idiot like me who has made many of the mistakes that I'm going to discuss on here, I'm going to give you 6 reasons, maybe more.
Yo, Riz, are you okay? Are you having like a little spurg moment? Why are you spamming copy strike? You just got deleted. You just got banned for that. Why are you guys spamming that? You okay? Think you'll ever get Papa Gut to come back? Oh, fuck Papa Gut. He's a tard.
I think of him as I'm recording this video on how to ruin your YouTube career.
His 6 biggest takeaways were: number 1, letting your audience in on your personal drama. Number 2, begging for money from your audience. Number 3, fighting with trolls. Number 4, refuting criticism. Number 5, talking about politics. Number 6, calling valid critics trolls. Now this list is kinda on the short side. I would have added a few extra things like making baseless claims on current issues you've done zero research on, or scamming business partners out of money. But hey, baby steps. Rich did a good job of following his own advice for like 4 months before he made a video about right-wing agitators false DMCAing.
Holy shit, look how skinny he is. Oh my God. He looks somewhat healthy right there. What the fuck?
Political debate to spite Democrats.
So delicate snowflake conservative trolls actually false flag people live streaming the Democratic debates that just happened a couple days ago.
Now this was actually a 4chan psyop. Rich would have found that out if he did any research, but not doing research on events you're reporting wasn't on his how to ruin your YouTube career list. So even if it was true, the nerve of this guy to call anybody else out on false striking somebody is crazy. Even though Rich's audience was predominantly left-leaning like Rich himself, they still didn't care for this video and his political content in general. What is this channel even?
Oh my God, guys, we're only halfway through this fucking doc. We have an hour left. Holy shit. Oh my God. Yeah, as far as the spam goes, guys, I don't like spam in my chats at all, because what you're doing is you're hogging up all the real estate and no one else is being seen because you're spamming over and over again. You know what I mean? And no one wants spam in the chat. Everyone wants to put their little line in there and they want the other people to read it and potentially the host of the streamer to read it. So the spam stuff, that's like some fucking Gen Z stream where the fucking little Weasley fucking 15-year-old is jumping up and down. Look how fast my chat's moving. You guys are awesome. I love you. Like that's some weird Gen Z shit. We're boomers over here. No one likes spam. So that's why it gets banned. $20 donation. Hey, Keem, this is hilarious. I would love to see the guy who made this video in a call with the ReviewTechUSA to see where this will go. Rich is a flaggot. I knew Rich was a loser, but this was crazy. Yeah, Jacob, this is some real good insight, because this is some stuff that I don't think anyone else has covered. Like, this is deep.
Even about anymore. I'm a leftist myself, and there's plenty of other channels I can watch that discuss things like this. It seems like lately this channel has no theme or focus whatsoever, and it's all clickbait rage nonsense about whatever some idiot on the internet says on any given day. Channels like that are a dime a dozen, and I thought this one was better. If it's working for you, that's great, but I find it disappointing to see. You're becoming what you criticize constantly. Only a few months into 2020 and Rich already broke one of only 6 golden rules that a YouTuber should not break if they want to avoid ruining their career. ReviewTechUSA's road to career ruination is 17% complete already. This means that while Rich was climbing towards 1 million subs, he was simultaneously kamikazing his YouTube channel. And
Damn.
that wasn't the only rule he broke in 2020. Remember the Intellivision Amico? That console that was being shilled as the next...
Yep. I was so excited for this console, and Rich was shitting on it, and Rich was right. It was garbage.
Big thing.
It never came out. It was a giant scam. It just never came out.
Yeah, you know what console exclusive is going to be able to compete with Legend of Zelda and God of War? Earthworm Jim. Yeah, the Amico didn't become the next big thing. It hasn't become a thing at all because it still hasn't dropped. Even the Google Stadia at least got made before it was forgotten a time. The Amico? Nah, all that money that was supposed to get it past the late development stage was spent on cocaine, prostitutes, and Tommy Tallarico's latest Botox injection. The writing on the wall for the Amico being stuck in development purgatory was obvious. That didn't stop trick-ass marks like Rich from shilling for Tommy and the Amico for free. Yes, for absolutely $0.00, Tommy got over 8 hours of free coverage on Rich's channel.
What? Rich was promoting it? Shut the fuck up. I didn't know that.
Without a single difficult question asked.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, let me just adjust.
Oh my God, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Because Rich was talking shit about this console, and he just bashing it to all living hell. And I went into his stream and I go, actually, I kind of want it to come out. I want to play it. Like, I don't care if you guys all hate it. I'm a gamer and I want to see what it's like. I want to experience it. I hope it does come out. And he's like, oh, it's a scam. I can't believe you want to play this. Motherfucker, you were promoting it. I didn't even know this.
Just my Intellivision hat here, don't mind me. And to get my Intellivision shirt.
Yes, nigga, you were shilling. That's what you were doing. Just because you joke about it and play it up ironically doesn't change the fact that you were a shill. Now, there were 2 guys who were calling out Rich and all the other Amico shills for being shills. Pat the NES Punk and his friend and co-host Ian. Pat and Ian.
Oh, by the way, there is an existing Amigo. There's like at least 2 of them that like function. And I got a hold of that Tommy dude. I don't know his last name, but the head guy making it. And I offered them an obscene amount of money because I want to own one. And I want to play it. And I don't care if it's shit or if it's a scam or what. I don't give a shit about any of that. I'm not fucking shilling it. I want to play it. I don't care.
Ian were kings, crusaders, truth tellers who were ringing the grift alarm on Tommy Tallarico long before it became obvious to everyone else. They called out the shill brigade for pushing the Intellivision agenda. One of these guys was Rich. He was put about as much on blast as the other shills were. But just like he did with KEEMSTAR, Rich still managed to take these generalized statements and turn it into a personal insult against his character.
But if he thinks that... Pat, I'm sorry I didn't suck your dick before I criticized you. Would you like me to gargle your nuts next time, Pat? I could do that for you, you fragile fucking bitch.
Was golden rule number 6, confusing valid criticism with trolling? Pat and Ian pointing out that you were a Tommy Tallarico dick rider and offered no real questions on your stream isn't them trolling or trying to start a fight with you, Rich. So why are you getting so pressed, my guy? You know what the best part of all this was? ReviewTechUSA eventually joined everyone else in calling the Amico a grift. Oh, and Rich, here's a tip. When you're making an apology video for misleading your audience by pushing a product you obviously didn't do the research on and were never going to use yourself, you probably shouldn't push an ad at the start of your video for a health-related product when you're unhealthy as...
Yeah, guys, I want to be clear. I don't care that Tommy Tallarico was running a scam. I don't care that the product never came out. I don't care that the product had fucking Wii graphics. I don't care about any of that. I fucking collect gaming stuff and I want to fucking play it. I've wanted that fucking thing ever since I seen it. I don't give a shit that it's a scam. I'm not over here saying, go buy it. I'm not shilling it. I'm saying I want that fucking thing. All right? I want it.
It's fucking built like a walrus.
Rich, he takes shots at us. He makes gay jokes about us in his response videos to us. I don't usually comment on that because that's all he has. He's not talented.
On January 6, 2021, one of the most
Oh shit, it's about to get real deep.
harrowing events in U.S. history occurred when a bunch of MAGA QAnon schizos stormed the Capitol building. It was a complete bloodbath. Donald Trump was made El Presidente Indefinido of these United States. Nah, it wasn't really that big of a deal. There was a little bit of property damage. A lot of people involved got arrested, and some goofy broad who tried breaking into the speaker's lobby got fucking domed by security. But in usual fashion, nothing happened. Still, Rich had an aneurysm during this.
I mean, is this gonna make Trump become supreme leader? No, it's not. I fucking knew this was gonna happen. I fucking knew. Look, man, if you want me to ignore this and just talk about the PlayStation 5 when this is going on, this is the wrong channel for you.
You're such a weirdo. Why are you telling people I knew this was gonna happen? No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Goodbye. See you later.
He lost a few thousand subs over this. Now, you might look at that crazy sub count of his and say that's not a big deal. Sure, not in a vacuum. But it's not the type of trend that Rich can afford. Remember, Rich's sub count doesn't correlate with his view count or the revenue from his channel. Rich has this weird subscriber base where part of them are there for tech reviews, part of them are there for gaming news, part are there for drama content, part are just dead subscribers, and finally, there's that small clique of diehard ReviewTechUSA fans. And when you look at it that way, you realize that this big number doesn't have as much power as you might assume. And Rich really can't afford to turn off his fans with dumb drama anymore. He's not going to realize this anytime soon because in 2021, he got into one smaller drama and then one giant feud that's still ongoing. The former was over a Ratchet & Clank video that's long since been removed from his channel. Why did Rich get rid of it? Because he got caught doing what he did best, spreading misinformation because he didn't do any research.
In this day and age, it's quite depressing to have to call someone out and say, just say sorry. I don't care if he sees this. I just hope that enough people say it that they go, what a dick. Because that's what the guy is. So the guy in question, Richard from ReviewTechUSA, he took one of our articles from Pure PlayStation, which is one of the sites we have, and turned that into a video. Okay, fine. So I watch. I listen. He reads my article out loud. He then calls me a liar and a shill. It's because the article in question was about Ratchet & Clank having a 60 FPS and a 30 FPS mode, which is something Insomniac Games had said to Famitsu. That was 9 months ago. 9 months ago I made that story. It's old news. It's not emerging at all. I don't know why he's complaining about it, because that's what he was doing. He was having a good old, I'm not happy. Of course you're not happy. Look at you for one.
So he unlisted the original video, which is good. I mean, it's unfortunate that it was out for that long and it garnered that many views because, again, that's a lot of misinformation being spread. And he owns up to it, which I think is good as somebody.
Well, oh my God, he apologized for something? Damn, that's unlike Rich, but okay. People keep asking if I've seen this June the King video. I haven't, but I obviously stole Rich from his thumbnail and used it for this one because my thumbnail guy's sleeping, so I had to just, make a thumbnail real quick in Microsoft Paint.
Who is also a content creator, and I've had my fair share of mistakes. One of the things I've always kind of prided myself on is that I'm willing to admit those mistakes, and it's just nice to see ReviewTech.
Oh, Goblin said L stream. Okay, we'll let you go then. All right, goodbye, buddy. Now you can go to sleep, so you don't have to deal with an L stream anymore.
USA doing that as well.
I can't stand this whole you're a good person because you fucked up and owned up to it. Nigga, no you're not. That's the bare minimum of what you're supposed to do. Basic accountability is not a virtue. It is a necessity for being an adult. Adults who don't have basic accountability for their fuck-ups get branded as locals and get made fun of by everyone. Also, it's not even true because Rich doesn't take accountability for shit. The Xbox 720 video is still up. Player Essence Slander video is still up. Rich once made a video about how EA was trying to make DirectX 11 GPUs obsolete by making them incompatible with DirectX 12 games, which was...
Bro put out a lot of false information. Thank you guys for the love. I think we're having fun. I think this is a good stream. You know, it's chill. It's not fucking Boogie over here picking up trash, but hey, we got to watch this documentary so we can educate ourselves for future Lolcow live streams, because every time people bring up Rich, I don't know what they're talking about. Shit, I've been exposing Rich for years and I don't even remember it. I don't. And I wouldn't have remembered it if I didn't watch this goddamn documentary.
Was 100% factually wrong.
So Rich listed off a lot of cards, a lot of expensive cards that he claimed wouldn't work with DX12. So let's begin with the lowest common denominator, the GTX 480. There are literally hundreds of articles dating back well over a year that have made it clear that you do not need to buy a new GPU to run DX12 games. You do not need to buy a new GPU to take advantage of DX12.
And that video is still up too. Rich doesn't care about accountability because he doesn't have integrity to care about that sort of thing. Even in his apology video, Rich never said precisely what he did wrong. So if you didn't watch the original video he deleted, you would never know, which is exactly what he wanted. To control the narrative, which is something he's been pretty good at doing for most of his career. But this was around the time his narrative shaping skills started slipping, because Rich would get into a feud with another popular YouTuber that got so annoying his fans begged for him to stop.
The quartering saga.
His nemesis this time was the quartering. Now, the origin of the beef between these middle-aged ass men who act like teenage girls on the internet is actually pretty complex. They were actually pretty cool with each other at first, guest starring in each other's videos. A lot of people think it was because they were on opposite ends of the political spectrum, and the dislike grew from there. My theory...
By the way, I'm also involved in this drama as well.
...is a little different. I believe that trouble started over none other than Darkside Phil, Rich's #1 obsession. See, back in 2020, Phil agreed to do an interview with the quartering, a one-on-one interview being the most elusive privilege the king of content can offer anybody. This made Rich super salty because he had wanted DSP to come on his show since forever. But DSP just didn't fuck with Rich at all.
Big Old Bean says, has Review These Utters sent you more podcast requests yet? I'm gonna give you the same answer I gave you yesterday and the day before. He's not serious about it. Review Tech is not serious about having me on any of his content. What he wants is he wants me to go on his show and just have an open forum of people asking me insulting, fucked up things about myself, my personal life, and just basically making it an open shooting range. He wants me to stand here like this and have everyone just shoot. So he emails me, all right, come on my show later this week. All it'll be is open forum where people will come and ask you questions. I was like, what? Why would I want to do that? Come on my show and just field questions from fucking trolls. No, stupid. No, you dunce. I'll do that on my own stream if I'm gonna fucking do it. Why would I come to yours? What are you, dumb? Yes. The answer is yes.
From that point on, Rich and Jeremy's relationship became a lot more hostile on Twitter, with Rich talking shit about Jeremy's social media editor in a now deleted video.
Look, for people calling Jeremy nasty names in my comment section, that's not what I...
Why does Rich look like he's dying? Okay. Let's think about this. All right. Every time we see Boogie says, I got this illness, I got that illness, I got this illness, I'm dying, I got cancer. In the documentary, he's going through all these lists of health problems he has, all right? Boogie never looks like he's about to die, ever. Boogie is just filled with all different types of life and fucking energy. Yes, he's a fat, out of shape piece of shit, but he never looks like he's sick. All right? But look at this guy. Good Lord. If that's not on the fucking death's front door, what is that? Rich always looks so fucking pale. You look sick, bro. Fucking go out and get some goddamn sun. If there's ever been anyone that needed to touch grass, it's you. You're so white. It's insane. You look like you're dying.
I want. It's not what that video. What bothered me about his video in 2020, he said that I was going.
Look at the fucking brown circles around his eyes. Looks like eyeshadow or some shit. Like, bro, dude, like, you need some health, buddy. I know I'm like talking shit, right? But I'm also trying to give you some advice. Like, bro, get some sun.
After and attacking a social media manager in the year of cancel. All I wanted to prove was that I wasn't attacking her and show the motivation for why I made that video and thought how his social media manager was acting was off. That's it. I said my case, not making another video, and there's no reason for the nasty comment.
He also liked and retweeted posts from his fans that were dunking on the quartering. The quartering retaliated by getting sloppy toppy drunk and sending wild shit to Rich via DMs and Twitter that he would later delete a few hours later after sobering up. This was all very autistic to watch in real time, especially when I wasn't tuned in to either of these dudes and didn't quite understand why these Paleolithic ass niggas were squabbling like this on Twitter. Anyway, the beef went cold for a while.
Wait,
but then
how old is Rich? Somebody in chat saying Rich is 42. There's no way. Oh my fucking God. He's 43. He's 43 years. This motherfucker ReviewTechUSA is only a couple months older than me. We're basically the same age. We're basically the same. What? I thought the motherfucker was like 50 something. Oh my God. Oh my God. You don't look healthy. Oh no. Oh no.
Then, Rich watched a clip a fan sent him of the quartering sneak dissing and calling him a lolcow comparable to Christian.
I genuinely feel bad for guys like Review Tech or like DSP or Wings of Redemption. They all kind of follow the same arc, where like eventually the troll channels start getting as much or more videos than or views than they even get.
Review Tech took this as a declaration of war. Now, when I say war, you're probably thinking this was an even back and forth, right? Nah, ReviewTechUSA made not one, not two, not three.
Not two.
LeBron, tell us about that.
Not two, not three, not four, not five, not six. Not 7.
But 9 streams, all between the 4th and 12th of July 2022, with the quartering's face on the thumbnail and as the main topic of discussion. And we can't forget about the now deleted debate Rich and Jeremy had, where Rich let his new trans girlfriend Keffels into the call so that they could both run a train on the quartering.
What the fuck did I just hear? I know nothing about this. How do I not know this stuff?
Quartering read the play with quickness, muted them both, and dropped some hard truths before he left.
You have done fucking nothing with your life. But
hi, Jeremy.
You have 1 million subscribers, and you have done absolutely nothing with your life. You've shared the link with the sponsor attacking loser that is Keffels, who's...
I hate how Jeremy talks so slow, but holy shit, is Jeremy cooking right now. The quartering is fucking cooking.
life couldn't be worse. Literally couldn't be worse. You and Keffels are sitting in my fucking Discord DM right now listening to this. You will never be able to speak on my channel because you're both fucking pathetic.
You're probably watching this going, haha, look at these goofy middle-aged bums throw stones at each other. Well, Rich's fans didn't find it very funny. Not only because some of
You know how I said Jeremy's cooking right now? He's actually cooking. Somebody in chat said slow roast. Slow roast. Oh, that's fucking good. That's so good.
Some of them were fans of the quartering too, but because, I mean, goddamn, bro, can you actually review tech instead of talking about drama nobody cares about? They just wanted bro to drop it and move on. There was also this one thing that Rich did during this drama that was really not funny. That was so cringe. All the other commentary niggas jumped down Rich's throat for it. He went after one of the quartering sponsors. Now,
what? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. How do I not know this? For everyone crying about Meta PC, for Meta PCs being called out by me, it's simple. Don't associate with pieces of shit. Oh, fuck you, Rich. God, Rich, you're a horrible, horrible person. No. No. No, I've seen enough and there's still 45 minutes left. Rich, you're a fucking scumbag. Good Lord. This guy has been out in the open like this, breaking every single golden rule there is for being a content creator. Fucking lying to your audience, scamming your fans, begging for money, fucking lying about other content creators for revenue, and now attacking other content creators' sponsors because you don't get along with them. This guy's actually fucking horrible. Holy shit.
Now, I know that Rich is a hypocrite about a lot of things, and you probably know that too by now. But this shit still had me shaking my head. This nigga really has zero principles. All that time, the Big Cheese Crusaders were fucking up his livelihood.
Yes, and he's a hypocrite.
By going after his sponsors. And Rich goes and does the same thing against the dude whose only crime was arguing with him over the internet. Rich retracted his claim and deleted his tweets immediately after being called out, because even though he likes to pretend he sticks by his guns, he'll always buckle to peer pressure to keep his reputation afloat.
Oh my God, I was involved in that too. What the fuck?
And does the same thing against the dude whose only crime was arguing with him over the internet. Rich retracted.
So he retracted his statement,
his claim, and deleted his tweets immediately after being called out, because even though he likes.
Because I called him out. What the fuck? I literally called him out. Holy shit. Not cool. Meta PCs is a great company. Just retract your original claim. You are wrong. I'm involved in all this, and I don't remember it. What the fuck?
Likes to pretend he.
Get your ass over here. Great woman. That's my baby. That's my baby right there. Brantley comes down here and feeds me a fucking feast. Fucking great ass woman. Great woman. God, what did she make me? Eggs, sausage. Nothing on earth can beat a good woman. Nothing on earth can beat a good woman. Word of advice to any of you younger guys out there. Find a woman that's going to be your number one cheerleader, that's going to support you and just help you be great. Be fucking great. I'm pretty traditional, which I know a lot of people aren't these days. But I think as a man, and I swear every man has this in them, including Monday Matt, you want to provide. You want to provide. You want to make money. You want to provide the shelter, get the food, you know. You want to take care of everyone. And the best way you can do that is by having a good-ass fucking woman. You need a good-ass woman. You need a good-ass woman. It's the most important thing. And I have the best. Ugh. Okay, let's continue. My bad.
He sticks by his guns. He'll always buckle to peer pressure to keep his reputation afloat. The feud's intensity eventually petered out, but the beef hasn't gone anywhere. In fact, just last year, the two of them were hyping up a boxing match hosted by KEEMSTAR. Rich was pumped about it too, talking mad shit and posting workout videos while the quartering remained radio silent.
Hey Jeremy, how are ya? Look where I'm at again. I'm at the gym, place you're not too familiar with. I'm going to be doing some cardio, do some chest, triceps, and shoulders. So, hope you're getting to the gym. It's going to probably be tough with those big purple welts on your back of your feet.
And by the way, I'm obviously involved in this as well, okay? And let me tell you this. When I first started setting up the fight between ReviewTechUSA and the quartering, I didn't think the quartering wanted to fight at all. At all. I would talk to ReviewTechUSA way more than I would talk to the quartering. And every time I talk to ReviewTechUSA, I'm training. I'm going to whoop his ass. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to destroy him. And he was so serious about fighting the quartering. When I talked to the quartering said to me this: don't tell Rich anything about what I'm doing. Okay, I won't. But what are you doing, the quartering? I'm not telling you. I go, I got to know. I'm putting my time and effort into making this fight happen. I don't make money doing this, right? It's just another fun project of mine online of setting up these fights. Shit, Wings and Boogie, I lost money, you know? I just like to do cool shit. If I put all this time and effort into this and get you guys on a card, I need to know you're working. He goes, do not tell Rich, but I'm training with Sam Hyde. So now Jeremy's serious. I got two guys that are fucking serious. At some point in this conversation down the road, as I'm trying to set up a date, ReviewTechUSA keeps saying, I can't do that date. It's got to be longer because my daughter's in the hospital or some shit, right? So it keeps getting pushed back and pushed back. And as the days and the weeks go on, I'm starting to get frustrated because I can't lock these two down for a fucking date. All of a sudden, I get in a call with Rich, and Rich tells me that he knows the quartering's training. I'm like, well, how do you know that? And he goes, well, I know the quartering's training with Sam Hyde. And he goes, and he wants me to confirm it. And I'm like, I can't tell you that. He's like, I already know it. I was like, well, yeah, that's what I heard too. All right. Then all of a sudden, Rich goes to Twitter and says, I know you're working with Sam Hyde or something like that. Somehow he publicly says this. Thank you, Mike Klum, for the 10 gifted members. Rich exposes that the quartering is training with Sam Hyde. And Rich says, I found out because KEEMSTAR told me. I didn't tell him. He already knew. So now I have the quartering on my fucking line, pissed off at me, like I'm leaking shit to Rich. When, for all I know, Rich has fucking doxers and hackers, or I don't know how Rich got the information. But now I got the quartering mad at me. So I calmed the quartering down, and I've convinced the quartering I really did not tell Rich. He already knew, and I confirmed it. So I get Jeremy calmed down, all right? Now let's set up the date. Let's make this fight happen, all right? You're both training. Let's get a date. Rich will not commit to a fucking date. And literally, the entire thing ends with no fight. At all. Rich just stops responding to messages about setting up a date for the fight. And then he just acts like it never happened. Like we weren't trying to set this up. And just ignores it. As soon as ReviewTechUSA found out that Jeremy was serious and training with Sam Hyde, as soon as it became real and it was actually going to be a fight, he fucking ran. And furthermore, I fully believe to this day, he found out that Jeremy was training with Sam Hyde and knew Jeremy was trying to keep it a secret. So he tells Jeremy, KEEMSTAR told me, to get Jeremy mad at me so Jeremy no longer wants to do the fight anymore. This guy's a piece of shit. But that is exactly what happened behind the scenes. Anyhow.
So, those look like they hurt. All that changed when it was revealed that the quartering was actually training with Sam Hyde. Immediately, all the taunting workout videos stopped, and Rich said that the boxing match should be postponed while he handled some personal shit with his daughter.
Yep.
It's weird that the quartering training with Sam Hyde is what finally got Rich worried, and not, you know, that Jeremy is like 6'5"?
Yeah, my biggest. I was like 6'5", 380.
While Rich is barely 5'8". Even accounting for weight, that reach advantage would have been insane. Throughout all of this, Rich broke another golden rule during his beef with the quartering. Rule number 3, don't fight with trolls. Was the quartering actively being a troll or detractor to Rich? Well, Rich sure thought he was. Road to career ruination, 50% complete. It's really funny to consider that Rich, by the very guidelines he himself had established, was halfway through destroying his career when he finally hit that 1 million subscriber goal. Despite finally achieving a goal that most YouTubers will never get close to, his channel had one foot in the grave. You would think after achieving 1 million views, Rich would be in the most successful and financially secure period of his YouTube career. That he would have finally had this YouTube game figured out. You would be wrong. In November of 2021, Rich dropped a video about how his channel was a mess. Was this a self-aware come to Jesus video about how he needs to alter his format to make his videos more appealing to a greater audience? No.
My channel is an absolute mess, and I do absolutely love it, because if it wasn't as messy as it is, I don't think I would still be doing YouTube for a living. Having changing hobbies is a good thing. My takes on technology have changed. I've also brought in content that goes outside of just talking about technology. I've talked about drama in the YouTube community. I've done...
Wait. My takes on technology has changed. What the fuck could change? Does that even make any sense? My takes on technology has changed. So, let me get this straight. You're reviewing a console, let's say in 2011, and when you review one in 2024, your take has changed. What are you talking about? It just sounds like you're making up nonsense. What the fuck?
Weird skits I've done. Like, It's okay to have different interests.
Rich spends this video going on about how his channel being an incoherent fever dream of gameplay news, tech reviews, and drama content all flavored with wannabe Tim and Eric jokes is actually all a good thing. You know what's really annoying about Rich? He talks about how important it is for him to enjoy being a YouTuber to want to continue doing it, as if he has a fucking choice in the matter. As if YouTube's not his actual job that he needs to pay bills and feed his kids. Rich, you became a...
My opinions on tech has changed. I no longer think the BlackBerry is the greatest cell phone. Like, what did he mean by that? What did he mean by that? I'm sorry, I'm still held up on that. Like, that makes no sense. The fuck are you saying?
YouTuber to get away from a shitty 9-to-5 desk job you said you hated and that paid you less than being a YouTuber did. Like, what skills have you developed since 2014 when you became a full-time YouTuber that would allow you to do something different? Have you learned to code? Have you been reading books about business or the stock market and been saving up to invest in other enterprises? Shit, have you invested in anything that wasn't YouTube? Because the only skill set you really have, Rich, is being a mediocre content creator and making shitty beats. And you aren't feeding yourself and your family with them beats, buddy. Being a YouTuber is all that Rich has got, but he's not hungry like he used to be when he first got laid off by IBM, and he doesn't take this shit seriously anymore. You know what the state of ReviewTechUSA's channel was upon him finally reaching that lauded big dick 7-digit milestone in May of 2022? Rich's video where he thanked his fans for 1 million subs only had 60,000 views. There is a Review Tech Detractor channel, Review China USA, that has a video posted that same year of Rich arguing with his mom for not putting his daughter to sleep that night. And it has almost 20,000 more views than Rich's 1 million sub celebration video. You probably didn't believe me when I told you this channel was a dead man walking for years. Nah, just look at these views. Do these look like the views of a 1 million sub channel to you? No, they don't. So what's Rich's plan to get himself out of this rut? He pulled out an old clout goblin tactic of his. Rather than just talking about the hot drama, he decided to actively get involved in one during the Quantum TV vs. Ackman saga. And yeah, we're just gonna skip over that. Sorry if you wanted me to talk about that. There are other videos about this drama you can watch.
Yeah,
I don't want to know
I don't care
why
about
I'm
it.
not talking about this saga. The entire crux of it was Quantum TV abusing YouTube's copyright system to strike channels like the Act Man and stop them from criticizing him. Do I really need to explain why ReviewTechUSA has no fucking business chastising a fellow copyright abusing lolcow for false flagging people who say mean things about him on the internet? Flagged unflagged violence is a good thing that should be encouraged. Rich made a video about how his main channel was now unviable because of a copyright strike, and how YouTube is so censorship friendly now and stops him from speaking his mind by demonetizing his videos for no reason.
I don't really know what to say right now. I'm very frustrated, but I can't back down. I gotta stand up to this, and if it means that I'm not fit for the YouTube platform anymore, that's their choice. But I've let my feelings be known, and it had to be said.
It's all bullshit. Rich's channel wasn't dying because of some fuckery from...
Yo, are you watching the stream?
Yes.
I ate everything. Thank you. Love you. Bye.
I love you. Bye.
YouTube. It was because people didn't want to watch his videos, which his garbage views at the time showed.
Hey everyone, how are you? Rich of ReviewTechUSA here, and I just wanted to give you a quick update and set the record straight. Even though I'm no longer doing news, daily news on my YouTube channel, my editor and I are going to be working on bigger projects, and I also have solo projects that I'm working on.
There weren't any projects, it was the same shit. The occasional blip followed by a deluge of videos that couldn't even break 100K. But then, Rich had one upload that struck gold.
Ha! It's DK Oldies time.
The DK Oldies era of ReviewTechUSA was something. It was undoubtedly the highest user retention Rich had gotten not just in months, but years. These vids earned him hundreds of thousands of views, which is great, right? Here's the problem. It was just the DK Oldies videos that were getting these views. None of this momentum.
Oh, shit. You can see it right there. Look at this. 200K, 35K.
Momentum carried over to any of Rich's other content. Rich's channel had become so reliant on topical subjects with no coherent theme that the videos with actual traction were essentially islands disconnected from everything else. This is the mess that Rich and...
Bro, this guy, I love how this guy talks. The videos that were popular were essentially islands disconnected from everything else. Because unless it had a DK thumbnail, that wasn't getting any views. No one was there for Rich. They were there for DK Oldies.
Made his channel, and a handful of videos doing good numbers wouldn't fix it. It was a critical issue, but it still wasn't the most critical he had. In March 2023, Rich uploaded a video detailing that his uploading and streaming schedules had gotten out of whack because of a family emergency, that being his daughter was going blind.
I know I've been sporadic on this.
Okay. The music is really inappropriate for the announcement of the daughter going blind. Like, why are we listening to like a Wii bowling type song in the background? And the daughter's going blind? Like, come on.
Channel, I come and I go, and I haven't been uploading as much content as I usually do. My daughter, my youngest daughter, Mackenzie, is in the hospital right now with Steven Johnson syndrome.
Look, this is very serious and was no doubt super devastating for Rich at the time, and probably still is. But what was golden rule number 1? Don't let the audience in on your personal problems. Like, look, bro, you didn't need to tell us all this shit. You could have just said, my daughter's going through something, or my family's...
Keemstar will never not be a multi-versatile level cartoon villain. I don't really understand that, why so many people see me as the villain of YouTube. I don't get it. I really don't. I'm not self-aware. I'm truly not. Because I personally feel like I'm the good guy. But if everyone's going to say I'm the villain, I'll be the bad guy, you know? I will say this. Being a good guy and pandering to an audience is something I will never do because you lose your freedom. You're so afraid of saying anything and giving your opinion or making anyone mad. You know what I mean? Like, I'm never going to be that. But I don't think I'm the villain. I really don't. I don't know. Never have.
He's going through something, or I'm going through something. Like, you didn't need to give us all these details, Rich. I'm sincerely praying for your kid and wish her the absolute best. But you didn't need to tell us that bitch was turning into Helen Keller, bro. We didn't need to know all that. Thankfully.
Oh my God. Bro went hard. This man with $20 donos says that ReviewTechUSA doesn't review tech. Never forget Big Cheese. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mikey, but that was cold, bro.
Rich had a reliable right-hand man who would take over the channel and steer the ship while he was away. His editor, Jay Hooft. Rich and Jay had known each other for a good minute, and the relationship had honestly been nothing but positive for Rich. The 6th most viewed video on Rich's channel is of Jay retelling GameStop horror stories like a decade ago. And I want you to keep this in mind going forward, Rich credited Jay's editing with reinvigorating his channel and helping his subs and views explode again. So when Rich had to bow out for a while to handle some family matters, Jay was already locked in, and he knew exactly what the ReviewTechUSA channel needed. More DK Oldies videos.
He knew exactly what the ReviewTechUSA channel needed. More DK Oldies videos. Bro, I'm sorry. I know DK Oldies is kind of like a shit company, right? But I remember tuning into Rich's videos and some other like retro game YouTubers at the time when everyone was up in arms about DK Oldies. And they would literally open up the fucking console and then they would grab a Q-tip and they'd be like, look, there's dust in the inside vent. DK Oldies scammed me. Go fuck yourself. The console worked perfectly fine. Literally go fuck yourself. Like, what was this? Like, I'm sure they fucked up in certain cases, but towards the end of that meta, it was getting fucking pathetic. It was literally getting so fucking, like, loserish pathetic. Like, I swear to God, does anyone else know what I'm talking about? Like, towards the end of the DK Oldies shit, these YouTubers were just buying shit over and over again. Like, they'd buy a game, right? And they'd get the disc out. And, you know, they'd be like, well, it looks okay. And then there'd be a cut in the video because, you know, they scratched the ever-living fuck out of it. And they put the disc in their thing. Oh, it didn't work. The disc didn't work. DK Oldies scam me again. Guys, like and share so people know that DK Oldies is a scam. Share this video with your aunts and uncles and retweet and leave 10 comments. Put a like on this because it helps me with the algorithm. You saw it right here. Grand Theft Auto, Vice City or whatever does not work. It doesn't work. They scam me. Like, it was so pathetic. It became like the biggest grift. I know you guys have seen this video. I know you know what I'm talking about, right?
Thought you loved me. No. Joey. No. Joey. Please.
If I was DK Oldies, I would have sued a lot of these motherfuckers. Bro, they were just like having fun making up shit about them.
No. I'll never run my hands through your blonde hair ever again. No. I love you, Joey.
I'm on the wrong screen. My bad.
Actually tearing up.
Now, did this save the sinking ship that was the SS ReviewTech? No, it didn't. But hey, Jay gave it his best shot. He was in Rich's corner when Rich needed it. Or when Rich didn't need it. Like when Rich got in his last pre-2024 drama. Get ready, because you're about to get a lot of deja vu vibes. So there's this account on Twitter called Does It Play? That tests the playability and gives info on certain games. Things like bugs, patches, and stuff like that. Rich, for some reason, called them out and claimed that every single game today is unplayable out of the box.
When you buy a game physically, if you're lucky, you may just get an unfinished version of the game that might be playable but broken.
This isn't true. I feel it wouldn't take too much research to prove how not true this shit is, but Rich doesn't research anything, so he stayed the course and got fed up when he was told he was wrong.
They say I'm lying about but the games are still incomplete if you have to download 20 fucking gigabytes to play them. There's obviously things that are broken in the games, you fucking uptight snobs. What's a game you have to download? Name a game Does It Play that you get from the store that there is not a multi-gigabyte update for.
I mean, you're right, but that's because they do fucking updates.
Go right now and get me one. That's from this current generation. Don't call it like you could disagree with me. You could get pissed off at me. That's fine. Don't call me a fucking liar.
You're a liar, because I'm sure there is some game that works right out the box.
Fuck you.
And they
Why does he do that? Why does he do this tough guy shit? I hate this. You're not intimidating at all.
There is not a multi-gigabyte update for. Go right now and get me one. That's from this current generation. Don't call it like you could disagree with me. You could get pissed off at me. That's fine. Don't call me a fucking...
Look how he gets angry and points. It's like, bro, this is like the least intimidating thing ever. Like, I'm not... Is anyone else intimidated? That is so not intimidating. Why do you do that? I don't know why he has these little spurg moments where he... Like, you're not intimidating, bro.
Liar. Fuck you.
And they ended up making a bet. A bet
Fuck
for
you.
$2,000.
But I will pay you to get any single fucking game from the store that doesn't have a multi-gigabyte update. I'll pay them $2,000.
Dude, here's the thing. If I were to guess, I would say Rich is right. But if Mutahar is saying that he's wrong, I'm going to trust Mutahar because Mutahar like knows his shit. Mutahar is not like Rich. Mutahar is going to make sure he 100% knows what he's talking about, and then he's going to put out the tweet. Rich just says stuff and he's guessing. And it doesn't sound like from coming from Rich that he's like saying, well, I'm pretty sure there's no games from this generation that will work right out of the box. Every game I've seen has an upload. That's something I would say. All right. But Rich is saying, don't call me a liar. I'll put $2,000 on it. Meh. It's like, bro, why are you that confident if you don't know? What are you doing?
$2,000. Get a game from the store, does it play, that doesn't require an update.
Rich lost this bet and immediately started coping about it because he didn't want to give away 2 stacks, but he still joined the Patreon because he knew what people, especially his own fans, would say about him not honoring his word. Now, did he leave it at that? Nah, because Rich is a salty, grimy motherfucker when it comes to money.
Hello, everybody. I'm a proud Does It Play $2,000 financial supporter.
He started trying to prove how he had gotten bamboozled or some shit.
Well, as you saw in that clip, I said that if there was a game that didn't need an update, that I would give them $2,000. And there are games that don't need updates, but the one they showed, they were wrong about, and that was Super Mario RPG. They said that, look, here's a AAA game that doesn't need an update day one. It works right out of the box. Except for the fact that it has a game-breaking bug, Super Mario RPG. Now, I know there's a workaround that you could restart the area and get through that game-breaking bug, but really? Like, the example you...
This is the tell right here, guys. $20 donation. I think people dislike you because of the bad first impression. I didn't like you at first, but then you grew on me when I started watching Local Live. Been on YouTube since the Ray William Johnson days. Local Live is... Oh, you didn't like me at first? Well, fuck you. I don't like you at first. Maybe I'll like you later, and you'll grow on me. Okay.
Game that doesn't need an update day one. It works.
Okay. There's this little laugh thing that he's going to do, which is a big tell, where he knows he's bullshitting. He knows he's manipulating. He knows he's lying. And when he does the little laugh thing, you're going to notice him look this way. All right, get ready.
It's right out of the box. Except for the fact that it has a game-breaking bug, Super Mario RPG. Now, I know there's a workaround that you could restart the area and get through that game-breaking bug, but really?
Right here. Get ready for it.
Like...
Oh, it was the other way. That right there. That right there is the tell. You are lying. You are manipulating. You don't believe the words that you're saying. This is like a real little check, like a little reinsurance. Like, did that work? Do you think they got it? Do they believe me? Do they trust me? That's what's going on in his head right now. That little look away. All the confidence that he just spewed a little while ago was an act. And you can see that it's an act right in this fucking split second right here. That's the tell. Then he looked down. Then he looked down. Oh my God, that's even worse.
Super Mario RPG. Now, I know there's
Watch
a
the whole thing. You'll see it.
You could restart the area and get through that game-breaking
Confidence,
bug.
confidence,
Really?
confidence.
Like... The example you showed me to get money out of my pocket is a game that, with evidence, has a game-breaking bug in it. Okay.
And Jay was right there in his corner, again, fighting for Rich's honor, unaware that his boss had no honor to begin with. Like, I get it, Jay, he was your boss and your friend, but this shit was so lame. Eventually, Does It Play just refunded Rich's Patreon donation and just never interacted with him again. I Imagine being so toxic that somebody turns away $2,000 because they don't want to have to deal with you. Everything about this was so grimy, and it shows right up until 2024 that Rich hadn't changed. He was the same dude he was when the Blackbuster Critic called him out, when Player Essence called him out, when Big Cheese called him out, when the Big Cheese Crusaders, KEEMSTAR, the 1316 Killer, Pat and Ian, all those niggas. He hadn't evolved one bit since any of that shit. And somehow, a few months into 2024,
I love how this guy tells stories. I love, bro. This is my new commentator, bro. This is the guy I'm gonna watch. We gotta get this guy popular, bro. We have to get him popular. I just love how he tells stories. Guys, sub to this motherfucker's channel now. We have to get this guy popping on YouTube. We have to.
he outdid all of it. All of the shit he's done in the 14 years he's been on this platform culminated in one of the most beautiful, self-inflicted disasters I've ever witnessed from a YouTuber. Hell, from any lolcow. This saga is up there with the greats, and it only took 5 months. Everything I'm about to tell you transpired.
Damn. Bro, you look like you're dying. Bro, you just don't look good. You need some sun and some exercise. Bro, what is going on? Why are you so white?
Between February of this year and me making this video. This crash out session, one that'll go down in lolcow history, started hilariously enough with Rich saying that everything was fine.
Going forward, we're going to be doing a couple things. I'm actually joined today by Jay. He's my editor. He also flies from Canada to serve me coffee occasionally in a maid's outfit. And he was joining me today because we have to give you a game plan. We can't just end on a video like that and just be like, hey, things are changing. See ya.
Everything was not fine. Rich's life was actually on fire. His channel was on borrowed time and he was not making the money off YouTube he used to. So losses had to be cut. His editor Jay being one of those losses.
So you've probably seen what Rich said on his stream. I want to make it clear right away, guys, that I'm not in competition with Rich. I'm not going to go up against him in these streams. All I'm going to ever say is that I think the situation could have been handled slightly better. You know, I've talked
Listen,
to Rich.
happy birthday. Actually fired.
Yeah, I actually got fired. I talked.
Okay, now I'm finally going to get Jay's side of things because I never got it. Rammer Jammer keeps just spamming one gifted subs. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Talk to Rich, and you know, this is the other thing I wanted to bring up. A lot of people are like, yeah, are you and Rich friends? I think that emotions are still raw with exactly what's going on there. Obviously, Rich did what he had to do, and I respect what Rich did, to be honest. I don't expect him to just pay me to like sit around. So that's one side of the thing. So, you know, for your
Holy fuck, we've added 50 new members on this fucking KEEMSTAR React stream? Shut the fuck up. Thank you guys.
mental state and my mental state.
Stop spamming my fucking chat. If you gift one more fucking member, all right? I'm trying to watch this show and you're distracting me with your green bars. Stop it.
You told the truth. You told the truth, and it was difficult to hear, you know. And I wish that we handled it differently, to be honest. But we've talked. That's in the past now, and now we're at this state. You know, I'm gonna stream here, do my full thing. You're gonna do your thing. I'm gonna come over there. We're gonna clear the air over there, and you and I are just gonna move on as friends. And if we,
what the fuck did I just say, Jammer? I am very upset that you are gifting members one by one over again. And I am totally not trying to bait you into doing more of it. Oh, that last one was 5. Okay, it was 5. All right, I forgive you. You're a good boy. Back to the video.
we do streams together, those would be fucking amazing.
The bottom line is, guys, is that Jay is a very talented dude.
We worked together for over half a decade. I'm sure there's some people that their narrative is made up and it will never change. But
What the fuck did I say? Ah! Bro. I guess continue, whatever.
Thing of this, like, really separatist, like, we're at each other's throats behind the scenes.
No.
It's just not true. It's factually not true.
No.
And I wish Jay nothing but the best.
Now, if this story just ended with Rich firing Jay, you and I probably wouldn't be here. But Rich being Rich, for some fucking reason, decided...
Okay, you know how I just said we had 50 fucking members? Now we have 57 new members in this React stream. Guys, it's good. It's good. This is a React stream. This is supposed to be like low key and stuff.
to go on the warpath.
But you know what? It actually, you know, now that I think about it, it would be pretty funny if I went to Wings and Boogie and I was like, yeah, we got more new members on my watching fucking Rich exposed documentary than you two fat fucks going to the goddamn Trump rally with your busted fucking audience. That would be a fucking great moment. That would kind of be, now I'm kind of into it. That would be a pretty big flex that I could put on those boys.
Against his former editor.
You sure about that, Jay? Are you sure? You should listen to these messages too.
I gotta go. Jay,
it's getting nuts.
You are a lazy fucking bum.
Whoa! We just went from Rich saying that there's no hard feelings, Jay's a great employee, to all of a sudden, he's a lazy fucking bum. 62 new members, 63 new members. What is happening? The ballers are balling. The fucking chat is green. The ballers be balling. How this motherfucker flip like that? 180 style like that. Okay. All right. Jesus Christ. 65 members.
I don't care about likes or dislikes or any of that, or all of the sub 3-digit IQ Keno Casino
66
brigade that come to
67 68
dislike my streams.
He's a fucking snake. Fuck him. You could tell him I said that too. He's a fucking snake.
Doesn't mean a fucking thing. I'm still gonna be, metaphorically, up your
If you went out of your way to cross me or damage my reputation because you didn't get your way or simply because you don't like me, nothing illegal, but I promise you, I will use the bones of your fucking career to pick my teeth with.
Oh my God, you're such a... Why does he do this? Oh my God. Dude, ReviewTechUSA trying to be a hard ass is like the cringiest shit I've ever heard. What is this threat that he is saying right now? I need to hear this again. What the fuck did he say?
Way, or simply because you don't like me. Nothing illegal, but I promise you, I will use the bones of your fucking career to pick my teeth with.
I will use the bones of your career to pick my teeth with. Rich. We got 69 new members watching you, you fucking lolcow piece of shit. You evil motherfucker. Make it 70. Make it 70.
Watch me. And the weed hasn't kicked in yet, so it's not the weed saying that.
Among all the things that Rich has called Jay up until now, the thing that really stands out for me is him calling Jay a leech. Really, Rich? Who was the guy helping you make viral content for your channel a decade ago? Jay.
70.
Who was it that you specifically anointed as the reason for your channel catching a second win? Jay. Who was it when you had to take time away from your job to take care of your daughter who was going fucking blind, held down the fort,
71.
and kept churning out content in your absence. Jay.
72.
Now all of a sudden, your former Canadian sidekick
73.
becomes a leech just because he was at least expecting you to give him his final paycheck after you fired him on his birthday? Unfortunately for Rich, his jihad against Jay backfired like crazy. Rich should have just taken the L here, but for some reason he stayed the course and started going to war with other YouTubers too. He just wouldn't stop. Wouldn't stop going after Jay, wouldn't stop going after 8-Bit Eric, wouldn't stop going after the Kino Casino. He just went to war against everyone because his ego demanded it. And he kept losing. Now what was golden rule number 4? Refuting criticism. Career ruination, 83% complete. But we wrap this up with the craziest story of all. The wildest shit Rich has ever embroiled himself in. And it started with his Dropbox.
Oh God, here we go. Guys, we're about to go into the Dropbox saga. And this is the thing that I'm the most interested in. Because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that someone has a Dropbox with pictures of their family in it. That's weird. I don't fucking know a single soul that is using Dropbox for like a backup of your family photos. Wouldn't you just use like Apple Cloud services since you have an iPhone? This doesn't make sense.
Rich claimed that somebody got into his Dropbox. They super hacked their way in and got a hold of his taxes and photos of his ex-fiance's daughter's swimsuit photos.
So something interesting happened today. I know exactly what happened. The children weren't getting attention from me, so they basically did something illegal. I know exactly who it is. All of a sudden, I'm looking in Dropbox.
Wait, he knows exactly who it is. So he knows who hacked into his Dropbox. Okay.
If you have the Dropbox app, for those of you who are familiar, you see like the recent, whether it be apps or files that you've been using. And I'm like, why the fuck am I seeing pictures of my ex's other kids? Because
ex's other kids. Not his kids. His ex's other kids.
She would upload when they would get new phones, she would upload their pictures that they had on their phones to that Dropbox.
So when they get new phones, his ex would upload their pictures to ReviewTechUSA's Dropbox that he uses for work, even though they're not together anymore?
So then I go to Dropbox on desktop and I see Saint something Canada. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? No, it's not it's not Jay. It's not Jay.
What diabolical weirdo would have the technical know-how and motivation to do such a thing? Well, according to Rich, it was PPP and Andy Worski of the Kino Casino.
I knew right away. What was probably pissing him off too is I bruised his fucking ego and wasn't reacting. Like when they raided here, did I ever really react to it? No, even when they super chatted stupid shit. Remember when they were the first thing they tried, which they knew I'm like, here, call the feds.
Yeah, guys. What Rich is saying is that his ex uploads family photos of her daughters onto a Dropbox account that is not his. That's what's being alleged here. What?
first thing they tried was my old Discord. That didn't work. So then they moved on to this. It's exactly what happened.
Now, there was a problem with this theory. That being that Rich's only evidence for it was that the casino was friendly with Jay, were Canadians like Jay, and that they made fun of him on a regular basis. People didn't really buy into this or any of the other 50,000 narratives he tried to push about this bizarre drop
$20. Yo ones stay gay.
Box drama. People started thinking that maybe it was Rich who accessed the Dropbox, got caught ogling at his ex's daughters, and that this whole hacking story was just a ruse for him to cover his ass. Honestly, this wouldn't have been that big of a deal if he would have just stopped fucking lying and coming up with a new bullshit excuse every other day. So, is Rich a white EDP? A bald Dr. Disrespect? A less musically inclined Cyrax? No, he's not. Now let's think about this logically for a second here. Rich wasn't lying when he said the Dropbox was accessed from Canada. Jay does have access to the Dropbox. Do you think that if Jay really found something nefarious in that Dropbox, that ReviewTechUSA would still be grazing on open internet pastures? That Rich would still be picking fights with Jay if he knew Jay had that sort of ammunition against him? No, he wouldn't.
So one of the folders happens to be, and I figured that out way after the fact, was the Dropbox. Now the Dropbox, I guess, is mirrored from online to the PC. So I opened the Dropbox, and at the time, I don't see the word Dropbox. There was no sign-in. I didn't have to sign into anything. I saw absolutely nothing illegal. Let me just say that right away. If I had went into the Dropbox in February and I saw some weird shit, do you think we'd still be sitting here discussing his computer? It would have been... My friend on the show here is a police officer. Like, you think I'd be sitting here going, yeah, Rich, just delete it. I won't say anything.
ReviewTechUSA is not a pedophile. What he is a pathological liar who told one unnecessary lie, and then he had to follow it up with a bunch of
75.
Even dumber lies to cover up for the initial lie, and since he's not that clever and his brain has been fried from the THC drinks he guzzles down by the dozen every day, he just lost track of his own narrative. But Mikey, if Rich isn't a PDF, then what would he need to lie about in the first place? Well, there's one theory. One that, if true, would be not only reputation ruining, but life ruining. We're talking about federal with a capital F prison type consequences. And it all starts with, believe it or not, Dark Side Phil. Once upon a time, Rich, for some reason, wanted to get in Phil's good graces, so he offered him a computer. You'd think he'd avoid something like this considering what happened with Big Cheese, but he did. Phil, his detractor senses honed from years of being trolled, knew something was up, so he declined and told Rich to fuck off. And Phil was very wise to do this, because something very much was up. Remember, Rich hates giving shit away for nothing. So why would this miserly ass dude suddenly be so generous to a guy he makes fun of? Well, that computer he was gonna give to Phil didn't go to waste, because it ended up in the possession of one Jay Hooft, Rich's
76
editor at the time. Now, Rich neglected to wipe this computer clean before giving it to Jay, so it was full of all types of shit when Jay got it.
So in February, he sent me the PC. The PC showed up, and it had nothing deleted.
Fast forward to this year after Jay's gotten fired. He's now making his own streams in his own lane, making good money, but his streams, for some reason, keep fucking up. The craziest thing of all, Jay's bank account got accessed, and some of his money got taken from it without his approval.
What?
After all this, Jay finally unplugged the computer, got a new one, and all that crazy stuff from before suddenly stopped happening. The conspiracy here is that all this nonsense was the work of ReviewTechUSA.
Guys, we have 78 new members to stream.
Via keyloggers he had in the computer he gave Jay.
I have no proof of anything. This is all allegedly. I have no proof of any of this being Rich or anybody else hacking into the PC. However, I have, I would say, 7 instances where the PC did something while, and you guys were there for 95% of this. He fires me in February 17th. I've got the PC. From March till June, the computer starts acting fucking weird. The computer started acting up while I streamed only. Many times, things would just not work. Things would disappear. The settings would be changed. I was streaming a game for the first time on stream. Keep in mind, off stream, I could play any game on that PC, no issues. 150 members of mine that you guys pay to be got blocked while I was somehow not streaming. All the memberships were blocked. One time I'm streaming and my PayPal, as I'm streaming, my PayPal gets disconnected from Streamlabs through the app.
Oh my fucking God. Oh my God. He tried to send DSP a bugged laptop. And when that didn't work, he sent it to Jay. Oh my God. And we have 80 new members.
While I'm streaming. Discord movie night. I'm streaming on Discord for movie night. In the middle of the movie stopped playing and literally was deleted from the spot it was on the PC. And when I restarted the computer to start it again, it said it was not connected. I had to drop the movie back on the desktop. And then also I already talked about the video game we were playing. The game we were playing fucking went offline as I was playing it. Also, while I was streaming, Streamlabs would randomly change all the settings. It happened different multiple times. That just doesn't make sense to me. Around the time all of this stuff was happening on the PC, Dickers shows up on my stream and donates as Michelle Soguchi. So now we know and place him in that time frame around my PC. Like he's on his PC watching me, and he's watching, and he's donating. And then here's the kicker. He fucking posts this on Twitter around the time the PC's acting up. Wait for it.
You take.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Every time you bitch, I will get it clipped. Screenshots coming, so keep talking shit.
Oh man. Do you know what song that is? It's called Every Breath You Will Take, I'll Be Watching You. Are you?
Every breath you take, I'll be watching you. Oh my fucking God. $20 donation coming from Poga. Keem, why can't I give memberships on iOS? Did Rich sell me a bugged iPhone? Oh my God. This guy is the worst criminal ever.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Because he originally intended to use it against DSP as a Trojan horse that he would later use to troll him with. And the reason why ReviewTech weathered all those Dropbox pedo accusations was to cover up this, because it's easier for him to argue that his detractors are just flinging bogus pedo groomer allegations at him than it would be to disprove that he's been going full-on Psycho X against Jay.
Oh my God, this is so fucking bad. Okay, if this is true, bro, get the FBI involved. Send this motherfucker, like, holy shit, this is bad.
Keep in mind, this PC is apparently supposed to go to Darkside Phil before it went to me, from my understanding. That's what I got. I got the PC that was supposed to be his.
And people say Darkside Phil isn't a smart guy. Now, is it confirmed this was all the work of Rich? Maybe Rich just fucked with Jay's stream, but wasn't...
Yeah, but guys, let's be real. DSP isn't a smart guy at all. If you are rude and mean to DSP at all right, he holds this weird grudge and refuses to work with you. That's what happened, and that's why he would never do Lolcow Live, is because I roasted him and destroyed him in a Twitter battle back and forth. I'm the one that coined the phrase, level 1, Phil, you're never going to make it past number 1. So that's why he refused a $50,000 sign-on bonus from doing this show. He's not smart. He's an idiot. He's a fucking idiot. And on top of it, he's a scammer. Rich talks shit about fucking Darkside Phil for years. That's why he wouldn't accept the PC. It had nothing to do with Phil being smart. He's an idiot. How smart is a guy that wastes all his fucking money on a fucking app video game where there's no return? How smart is that guy? Not smart.
The one who messed with his bank account. Well, we can't say with 100% certainty that it.
And the only reason why he went to do the Keno Casino stuff is because they were kissing his ass. I mean, it's just fucking stupid.
Wasn't at this point.
I mean, I could say this. Did something happen to the computer that was out of my control? 110%. Was it Rich? I can't say that right now. No, it wasn't. I can't say it was Rich. I can't say Rich went in my PayPal. I can't say he banned people. I can't say he had access to the PC. What I can do, though, is show the evidence of these things happening while he was hanging around. That doesn't mean he did it, but I find it very weird that he has a video clip of him saying, I will be watching you.
And that's insane. It's insane that ReviewTechUSA has become such a Gotham villain that none of this can be completely ruled out because he's such an openly bipolar compulsive liar now. This is the same dude who made a signing off video on his main channel, only to just upload a video about Keffals within 24 hours and say,
oh, it was already in the burner, so I just uploaded it because I had a sponsorship.
Rich, we can see the date behind you. It's such a pointless lie. A pointless lie to cap off a series of pointless lies to cap off one of the most pointless crash out sessions in YouTube history. None of this had to happen, Rich. This was the most easily preventable spiraling ever. All you had to do, bro, was read us the news and review tech. And that's it. That's the story of how ReviewTechUSA kamikaze his already dying channel. But hey, at least he didn't break all 6 of his golden rules and... Wait, a poll asking whether or not to make a stream goal? And it's had 526 votes with only 478 viewers? See, he could have just had 50 or 60 viewers who just voted and left. That might be believable if we didn't already have evidence of Rich view-botting it up.
Whoa. What happened?
Busted, buddy. Busted.
Gee, I wonder what happened. Oh, whatever you bought for me using got disconnected.
I'm sorry, Rich, but this right here, this is stealth e-begging. And a stealth e-beg is still an e-beg. And e-begging from your audience was your last unbroken golden rule. Career ruination 100.
Damn, how did they get this screenshot? What the fuck is that from? Good lord.
100% complete. Hold up, we're not done. There's one more thing that needs to be said before we dip out. ReviewTechUSA's obsession with Darkside Phil is very odd, because he's not part of the DSP detractor community, really. He doesn't even like that community, calling them out multiple times for being too obsessed with Phil. This guy is telling other people that they're too obsessed with DSP. Now, Rich acts like he's better than Phil and has it more to...
Okay, chat, I get it. Like, it's fun to act like DSP won. Like, I get it. He's on this little, he's king and shit from Keno Casino and all, pimping him out. I get it. It's like a fun little game. But I'm still going to live in reality. That guy's a fucking loser, all right? Have your little troll, your little make-believe time in chat. Have fun. I'm going to live in reality. That guy's a fucking loser. In every sense of the word. Loser.
Together than Phil. Well, before we dip out, I'm going to finally dispel that entirely. and prove that, as far as being a functional adult is concerned, Phil Burnell is lapping circles.
Yeah, he's king at manipulating a lot of people into paying his bills, and he is kind of king at now manipulating a whole new people to give him a bunch of money. I heard that he got like $5,000 on stream. For what? For what? For what? To get back at ReviewTechUSA? There's no fucking value in that. It's a fun little troll. It's a fun little troll. But bro's still on level 1. There is going to be no level 2, no level 3, no level 4. There's going to be no success because he's still making the same fucking mistakes over and over again. You can sit there and say I'm coping all you want, but I'm not going to live in your little fantasy. I get it. It's a fun little troll acting like he won or he's on top now and he's king, but that's not true. That is not true. And when this little troll is done and over with, it's going to be right back to him making the same mistakes, him blowing the money, him begging for money, and it's just going to go full circle. And then we can go back to this time where I'm like, told you. Told you. I was right. You were wrong.
Around Richard Masucci.
I sleep in a racing car. Do you?
I sleep in a big bed with my wife.
Oh, yeah.
Rich is a middle-aged ass man in his 40s. Despite this, he and his kids have been living with his parents since he was in his 30s. Not that that's automatically a bad thing, until you also learn that Rich's parents do a lot of the heavy lifting for helping him raise his kids.
That's his parents?
Libya money.
He looks as old as his goddamn dad.
We're not there for you. Like, no. What? What happened?
Did you get my dad?
No.
She's been screaming since you left, Zach. You can't do this, Rich. Zachary keeps calling. She is going crazy, baby. If you won't hear her,
Nope.
you gotta put her to sleep first, then do it.
I can't because then they got up at 4 in the morning.
But Rich, you're doing it anyway.
All right, I can't. I'm literally in the middle. I can't right now.
Lazy bum.
Dude, DSP does not live rent-free in my head. I barely think about the guy. What are you talking about?
Can't even leave the stream for a few minutes to put his crying blind daughter to sleep. Nah, I gotta let his aging mom play nanny and do it for him. Phil got around all this drama by just moving out of his parents in his 20s, staying on his own, and even buying a house in Washington, one of the most expensive states to purchase a home in. Somehow, the big 1 million sub ReviewTechUSA was incapable of accomplishing what Phil did on a much more modest income. That's 1-0 for Darkside Phil.
You have no honor, and you are a slave to it.
This is no contest. Rich has always taken himself, his craft, and his life less seriously than Phil has. DSP still does things like the vest streak or hat goals, which are goofy as hell. But you know what separates DSP from RTU? DSP is putting on clothes for money. Phil has never gone full cam girl and propositioned his viewers for money.
I mean, that's a fair point.
Seeing his man tits. See, Rich likes to hide behind the shield of ironic humor while still pretending that he has integrity, self-worth, self-awareness, or honor.
The other guy here was trying to get me to watch videos to have me sit here and defend my honor. Yeah, no.
Your honor. You have no honor. You have no shirt on, you fucking idiot. Your honor.
Make it seem like I'm being hypocritical watching. Like,
Yes, I'm sure before she passed, the Queen of England came to your house and knighted you as you were sucking cucumbers, kissing cocks, and, taking your shirt off.
Yeah, Phil is definitely right here. ReviewTechUSA has to be the gayest, cringiest, like, pathetic. Like, the thing with the fucking chickens and grabbing his tits. Like, what are you doing? What the fuck are you doing?
Your honor. Oh my God, he said his honor.
but it's still.
I mean, they're both equally bad. I mean, fucking Phil sits there and fucking, oh my God, I need to pay my water bill, even though he blew all his money on a fucking wrestling app. Like, I mean, they're both equally fucking ridiculous, but this shit with Rich is even more fucking embarrassing.
Your honor.
Phil actually has honor and pride in himself in the things he does. A lot of you would say he has too much honor and pride in himself. But the fact remains, DSP is less of a cam girl and therefore more of an honorable man than ReviewTechUSA. 2-0, Dark Side Phil.
Now look at you, bitchless, sans beach, as the French in France would say.
Let's get stupid petty real quick. ReviewTechUSA has no bitches. He used to have a girlfriend that he pretended was his wife, but he never married her because just like with his business relationships, he can't commit to shit. Now Rich has these dating horror stories about how hard it is for him to date because he's a single father with kids. I think you being obese, bald, and taking your clothes off for strangers on the internet probably has something to do with it too, Rich. Fellas, I want you to imagine the female equivalent of ReviewTechUSA, an obese cam girl with kids who still lives with her parents. Does that sound like a prize to you? Now let's look at Phil. Phil, when he was in his late 20s, got a younger girlfriend who was so infatuated with this beast of a man that she moved all the way from Connecticut to Washington State with him. Now they broke up. And what did DSP do? Did he become an incel and start crying about how shitty the dating market was? No, Phil immediately got himself a new lady, and when he knew he had a winner on his hands, he put a ring on it with no hesitation. Because that's what a real man does, Rich. He commits. He locks it down. 3-0, Dark Side Phil.
I mean, it's hard to argue that point, right? It is hard to argue that point. I mean, Phil's got a woman, you know?
Peace. I want problems, always.
You know what DSP, for all the shenanigans and enemies he's amassed over the years, still doesn't do? He doesn't go to war with other content creators. Will he talk his shit and gossip monger about e-celebs on his podcast or on his stream? I mean, yeah, of course. But everyone who talks about topical subjects does that to a degree. What most don't do, and what we've seen Rich do a lot of, is actively feud with the people they gossip about. He's done it with the Blackbuster Critic, the 1316 Killer, Pat the NES Punk, the Quartering, Quantum TV, Beat 'em Up,
this guy sucks.
That gay nigga from Side Scrollers, 8-Big Eric, the Kino Casino, his ex-editor that he fired. He doesn't just pick fights with people who slight him. He picks fights with people who have nothing to do with him.
This guy is awesome. Guys, this is insane. 87 new members on a fucking bonus stream of just watching this Rich doc. Well, I will tell you this, people. I know way more about ReviewTechUSA. I was kind of like going in the dark for all these years. I didn't realize he was this bad. Like, it's not just like a scammer scamming people and scamming their fans and lying to their fans and manipulating and fucking doxing and all this other crazy shit. Like, this is some real criminal shit that this guy's up to. Some real criminal shit. Now I know why the motherfucker's been ignoring me every time I try to confront him on some of this stuff. Now I get it. Well, ReviewTechUSA, you're going to be on the show whether you like it or not. Whether you fucking like it or not. I got an idea. And he's not going to like it.
Mention a detractor on stream every once in a while, sure. But ultimately, DSP is the king of staying in his own lane. 4-0, Dark Side Phil.
Because when I need a job done, I get someone with a job to do that job.
Do we even need to go there? Say what you will about Phil, somehow, some way, he's still here. He still has a career. ReviewTechUSA, as of me making this video, does not. DSP Gaming, DSP Reacts, and DSP Throwback all get regular uploads on top of Phil's streaming. He's more tortoise than hare, but Phil stays chasing the bag. Phil wins the career category by still having a career. 5-0, Dark Side Phil.
I don't know.
Like it took us to murder people and put them in.
I don't know. Rich still has a career technically, right? Rich is still uploading or something, right? I mean, he's pretty fucking active on Twitter. I don't know. All I know is this. You guys got to sub to this guy. This guy is fucking awesome right here. He only has 800 sub. Well, now he has 1,300. So you guys have been subbing. Sub to this guy. This guy is a small YouTuber who has done excellent work on this documentary. And if those Kino Casino guys are watching, you guys definitely should watch this or clip this on your show, because this guy went in deep on some stuff that I had no idea, that I don't think anybody knew. Like scamming the Big Cheese. I don't know if they've covered that. I've never heard that one before. Like, some of this shit is crazy. But yeah. All right, guys. Well, we're going to end it there. Thank you guys for tuning out. Thank you for the support. I don't really know the schedule yet. I don't really know what's being planned. I know Boogie's going into West Virginia, and apparently he's making some content. We got some Mr. Based stuff. We are going to have an update stream with that. It's looking like Friday. So not tomorrow, the next day. And I think around Sunday, we should have the cows back for that. And what do you guys think about doing this React stuff? Should I do more of this stuff? More of these streams? I don't want to do it on LolCow. I'll probably do it on that KEEMSTAR show channel or something like that. But yeah, to just kind of sit back and like watch this stuff was fucking good. Real good to do it with like chat. And because I'm always involved in this shit and I don't even remember it, I can give more insight of, oh yeah, this happened and that's why that happened, you know? So, all right, guys, take care. Good stream, lots of fun. I need sleep.
It's the same old thing. Boogie is lying while Keem is trying to talk to wins. They be bullshitting, spitting loghouse slang. Scam Tommy and kick them out. You know Keem running this gang. But live on YouTube ain't no pre-recorded games. Fuck around you like it's one in your brain. Hey, low cow, Nick. But it's the loud cow. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Low cow, Nick. But it's the loud cow. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Now Boogie got his nipples tippled from a hippie Twiggy who was pretty but shitty towards little Stevie, and 50 years later we all paying the price. But Wings had things that only kings could dream of this history. He leaked to the show and we all paid for it twice. And if page 5 stays high up in Wings' mind like the bird shit in our eyes, then try as we might, we still pay a price. Low cow, Nick, but it's the loud cow. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Low cow, Nick, but it's the loud cow. You be watching it, you watching it. Low cow, Nick, but it's the loud cow. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Low cow, Nick, but it's the loud cow. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Now Keem's theme is the Scream Team, but mean stream to his team and later come clean that it was all a dream and he owns everything, and the Iron Team was him. And the stream deems Keem to be the meme king, and the meme queen is Boogie's lean tween who needs keys so she can leave, please rescue the kid. Low cow, Nick, but it's the loud cow. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Low cow, Nick, but it's the loud cow. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Low cow, Nick, but it's the loud cow. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Low cow, Nick, but it's the loud cow. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Low cow, cow. You be watching it, you clicked it just now.